I blame Mo.
You know, you know
Yeah,
what I
you
was
got
thinking
to.
about, like right now.
We testing it. Everybody good? Mike? Am I good?
Yeah,
All
we
right.
good.
All right.
What I think we should do going forward, we gotta find a way to get the iCarly intro for us. Because
The
it goes down from
iCarly
five
intro.
now. We gotta get the iCarly intro though. Because it goes down from 5, 4.
Four,
I
three.
know you
You
see
see,
Yeah,
somehow the
copyright,
I
bro.
world.
think I thought for a little bit we should do like a Family Matters or a Full House type intro.
Family Matters will go crazy.
Everybody filmed their own little
They
camera
got
turn
little
and send it
intros
over
on
to
here.
me.
I probably should start putting those on there.
that's funny.
I gotta figure out where the.
I remember
intros
back when I was
are.
doing my own thing several years ago with this online thing called the Fired Up Sports Network. I don't know if there's still a thing anymore, but I was doing a show called Wrestling with My Thoughts, and they had a pretty fire intro for me. So yeah, we I know it's possible with this.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
you can
gonna
always
lie, that
put
is-
an intro.
We
I'm not gonna lie,
have the
that's an elite-
technology.
That is an elite name. For
Wrestling
like a
with My
Wrestling
Thoughts.
with My
segment.
Thoughts.
Wrestling with
I
My
really
Thoughts.
love
That's an
that.
That's
elite
fire.
name.
That's fire. That's fire.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
they
not
always-
gonna lie, whoever came up with that name,
that was
you,
me.
Jay?
That was me.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, you need a raise, brother. You need a raise.
That's fire.
All right,
Wrestling
everybody
with
in
My
the,
Thoughts. Oh my god.
in the chat, appreciate y'all for always. I know we're always late, man. We try to be on time, but
Blame Mo.
we're always.
Yeah,
It's his fault.
in fact, when Mo's not here, it's more his fault.
Yeah.
And when he is here, he always got to reconnect the microphone or let me drive to my studio right quick. You know what I mean? It's better signal there.
Me
You know.
stop off for my steak and eggs.
I don't think he
and
does the
IHOP.
studio. He ain't been in the studio in a minute, so I don't know if he does
Yeah.
the studio anymore.
That's because we bully him to make him look more poor than what he actually is.
no, I don't know if he does the studio anymore.
No,
but
there's never been 6 of us. There's only been 4 of us. Lay off the drugs, homie.
there is 6 of us, but we're never on here at the same time. So we're trying to.
They talk about we never getting that full 6 pod. I thought the New Year's resolution was to be more. I'm sorry. Hey, look, if y'all want to come handle our outside responsibilities other than this, then by all means, I would love for y'all to pay my bills. I would love for y'all to pay for my gas. Right? Sometimes we gotta be here. We gotta be here. If y'all want to take the responsibility, please, it's due every first of the month. I promise you, I will. I'll gladly volunteer to y'all.
Pay my half, bro.
Please. What you need? You just need some dishes washed? I'll do some dishes. You pay my rent. You feel me? I cook the food every night. You ain't got to worry about that. You don't want to pay my rent.
Yeah, we're still trying to figure out to get everybody back on at the same time. So hopefully we'll have it figured out at some point soon down the road.
Mo freaking taking away Lynn's power too. Crazy work.
That's crazy, bro. All the way from freaking Colorado.
I'm about to say, where is Mo?
Facts.
I'm not gonna lie. Mo definitely give off like the one black guy in the state of Montana. I just started watching Yellowstone, and Mo definitely gives off that vibe. He would be that one black guy in the state of Montana.
That's crazy.
Which I really think, this is very much off topic, but if y'all have ever seen Yellowstone or like seen clips of it, that's exactly how I picture the state of Montana because there's no way there's anything to do up there.
That's why I want to move up there. That's
you want to?
I want to move up to like the north, kind of north central, northwest Montana. I want to live somewhere there.
Hell no.
Just away
Yeah, I
from
couldn't do that.
no.
I need civilization because if something happens to me, I want to know that if I scream to the top of my lungs, help, somebody will actually come.
I just pictured Mo like stepping off the podcast and then like walking to his door, grabbing a cowboy hat off the hook, walking outside with his rope.
rapping Tupac with a crackhead.
Today on the pod, as you can see the title of the episode, we're gonna be doing some Would You Rather. This was an idea that Nate came up with for the pod, so we're gonna just dive into a little bit of that.
He's not really from Montana. We're messing around. We're messing around.
Nah. I'm not gonna lie. He might be. He might be.
He's not from Montana.
Fight back, Mo. Fight back.
He's from Butte.
He's not from Montana. He's from I think he's from Seattle. I think originally, but
that's just the closest. That's just around the time he was born. They was kind of good, so there was like, you know what? I'll just choose that one.
So yeah, once again, we're going to be doing Would You Rather scenarios that everybody's come up with, and just gonna throw out some different fun ideas.
Montana, yeah. Sorry. Somebody in chat said it.
Sorry. All right, we good. Lock in.
Log in.
Montana. Hannah Montana.
Hannah Montana's crazy. Where you see Hannah Montana?
Well, we just
No,
saw
someone said
Montana,
Montana.
and then Nate said Hannah Montana. Hey, they said
Oh.
iCarly is in Seattle. Hold on.
That is true.
It all works together.
That's where the show is. It's filmed in Hollywood, but of course,
That's a
Yeah,
real
yeah,
web show.
no,
What
yeah.
you mean?
it is a real web show. That show was ahead of its time. I ain't gonna lie. That'd have been like,
Oh my
dude.
god.
Dude,
bro,
it's
they
so
make
crazy.
they make millions right now.
Hey, because you know Nickelodeon,
Dude.
they, like it wouldn't be an iPhone, it'd be a PearPod. Instead of
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Twitch, it would be like Jerk.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
instead of Kick, it would be Punch. You know, like
Yeah,
they would go crazy.
Oh my
iCarly
God.
shoot like a real life. I guess like I guess you could say like
I don't know why they haven't
Tyson
made
that was
a.
like the closest person. That I guess
Yeah, I
you
don't
could
know why
say.
they haven't made a sitcom like that now. That'd be the best idea for a sitcom right now.
You don't even have to do it in a sitcom. You can like real life do it. Like if you
Tyson
can
that
real
did do
life
it.
stream that shit. Like
Kai
I mean, if
did.
you got to be, of course, you got to be big enough to do it, and you got to
Kai
make money off
or
it and shit. But like,
Drewski could do that shit.
I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie,
like
Drewski
Drewski
doing that shit.
Let
Oh my
Drewski
god.
do that shit.
I would say like Kai Cenat was the closest we had. Then we do like the
Yeah.
Mafia ones. He would like,
Yeah.
like those like real life iCarly. Like that's crazy, bro. You could like make so much money off this shit. Then like that was way ahead of its time. Like we're talking
really
like,
Way
was,
ahead
bro.
of his
That
time.
was
Ain't
way
nobody
ahead of
was
his
watching that like, ooh, I can do that for real.
Yeah.
the two shows that like I feel were ahead of its time. Probably like Zoe 101 and
Yeah.
iCarly. Zoe 101 would have like everybody was like, if we could go to a school like that, that would have been crazy.
Oh my
Like, oh,
gosh.
they had like these little technology advanced things on the show that people wanted and shit. And then like iCarly was like, nobody knew social media was gonna become
Yeah,
obviously what it
indeed.
did today. But things happen for a reason, right? We're in a crazy era. So it's only going to advance further. Now we got AI and all this crazy shit. Now it's going to even get worse. So,
Yep.
I don't know how many of you guys were down for the Would You Rather stuff, but we're gonna before we do that, we're gonna do because this did really well. Actually, we're gonna do one of the one-word associations that did like pretty well on the socials that we did before. But we're gonna mix it up a little bit different. I got two here, but it's gonna be a little bit different. We're not gonna do how we did last time. Last time we did superstars. So this one, I got one for theme songs and I got one for matches. So we're gonna switch it up and do a little bit different. And
By the way, Nate, you weren't on here when I said it a second ago, but my kid was on his tablet and he found our shorts on YouTube, and he found the short for the last one-word association we did. And when it came to The Rock and you said bald, he lost his shit. He laughed so hard.
Good. I'm glad I made him pop.
Oh, you did. You did.
So we'll do one-word association. I have theme songs. I have matches. Which one y'all want to do first?
Let's go theme songs,
Yeah,
man.
so let's do
Let's
theme
go
songs
theme
first.
songs.
Those are always fun.
Theme songs,
Yeah.
right? Obviously, theme songs are going to be objective and opinionated because it's
Yeah,
really just
yeah.
going to depend on if you like the song or you don't like the song. Really, that's how it's really going to come down to. So
Right.
everybody likes different themes. So let's do one-word association, WWE theme song edition. Let's go with Christian. Just Close Your Eyes, the return version.
Oh, underrated. I mean, and you know how I feel about Christian's career. I think he's great, but the song is one of my favorite songs. Underrated.
Let's go.
Nostalgic.
Todd Grisham.
It's Christian.
Christian.
It's Christian.
The fact that the backstory too, like Vince told him to do that.
Yeah,
shit.
Vince
That's
is
so
like,
crazy.
Don't react to it. Like, what did he have against Christian? I don't understand this. Like,
Why would you bring it back if you ain't want him like that?
well,
You
you got to remember, this is the
he ain't
same
got nowhere
guy
to go.
that
Where
wants,
else he gonna go?
this is the same guy that once pitched to Christian, I want to book you in a gimmick where you have a blue dot over your face. Like,
Insane,
dude,
bro.
come
Like,
on.
what?
Come on, like,
He literally, bro. Like to think of like how low he felt about Christian at the time. I don't know if we realized that he brought this nigga back to ECW, bro. Like the third brand they had, the third least most important brand on the roster. He brings him back to ECW.
Christian.
And he couldn't even have Todd Grisham be excited, bro.
That was crazy. Let's go next theme song here. We'll go in order too. Triple H, My Time.
I'll go third because it's probably the third best theme song he's ever had. So I'll say third.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna say peak. Not the song itself, but just that version of Triple H. I think that's like his best physical. Like he looked his best physically, and like that was him when he really like was peaking at the top of his game. At like the top of the company too.
Okay. John Cena, Time Is Now.
I mean, impressive. He was able to literally sing his own theme song, and it worked. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just go platinum.
Yeah. Classic.
Okay. Platinum's a good one. I like that one.
That's a really good one.
What about Jey Uso main event ish? The Jey Uso version of the Usos theme, not the Usos theme, the Jey Uso version.
tired.
Cardio.
Yeet. Let's go. Big Show, Crank It Up, the remix version.
Awesome. I love it. Awesome.
Big.
Way. That's what I got.
What about Sami Zayn, Worlds Apart?
Okay.
Wait, that's not the.
It's the current thing that he's been
The
at.
one he has right now.
Oh! I was like, I thought it was like that.
I changed my mind. My word is Canada because it literally only gets over in Canada.
It was over for a little bit.
Post NXT.
Happy. Gives off happy vibes.
Nah, it makes me moan every time I see it.
Let's go.
Makes you
throwback.
moan?
Say what?
Like
It makes him moan.
moan
what he
and
said.
groan. I said
Let's
moan
go.
and groan.
Let's go. Let's go a little throwback. Let's go Trish Stratus. Rock and roll.
Identity, because I feel like that's one of those songs where you hear the first half second and you immediately know who it is.
Yep.
Recognizable.
Yeah. I would say pop. Always gets a pop. These days it always gets a pop.
Yeah.
The song doesn't even have to start. It's literally
Yeah.
just the laugh. The song.
Yeah, the
doesn't
laugh itself gets a pop. Like that's
That beat drop do go crazy. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie. AJ Lee, let's start it up.
sing along because I can't help it.
The GOAT.
Skip. Like skipping. Makes me want to skip.
Oh, okay.
That's crazy. We got two left. Let's go. What about Tiffy Time?
Wait, which one though? Which one?
The one she got.
Oh, yeah.
Time.
The one she got at NXT?
No, the one now. Let's call Tiffy Time.
Oh,
Trash.
yeah, garbage.
Eye roll.
Last one. Sasha Banks, Sky's the Limit, the Snoop Dogg version.
I'll say downgrade.
Disney.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna go corny. That shit corny.
The word I really wanted to say was Kids Bop, but Disney. That's what that version feels like. It feels like a
That shit
Disney
corny.
version.
Yes, y'all. So
It was okay as a.
Come on, bro.
You said yes, yo.
It was okay as a special presentation at Mania, but
yeah.
that's
When
been
they
the
did it
only
at
time we
Mania,
did
it was cool. It was like
It was all right.
Like,
But-
okay, that's your uncle. We get it. Snoop Dogg, you at the point of your life where you just gotta give little 8 corny bars just to get a
remixed,
paycheck.
like I don't know when they
But
like I
this
don't know when they
nigga,
remixed it to the version. I don't know. I feel like
that shit belong with Big Time Rush.
Nah, word.
yes, y'all.
Remember he had the cameo in there,
Oh,
bro.
Sasha.
Hey, he
Yeah,
cooked on the Big Time
dude.
Rush one though.
He did what was the song? The boyfriend. Song?
Boyfriend.
Yeah.
Didn't he do the Christmas one too?
Oh, he did one in
Days of
Pitch
Christmas.
Perfect for sure. He did
I don't
one in
remember
Pitch
that.
Perfect for
I
sure.
don't remember
Oh
that.
my god.
I
I
don't
don't
remember
remember
that.
that.
The Christmas song in Pitch Perfect. It was
Yeah, I remember
Sleigh Bells Ring. Are you listening? Yeah, it
Oh.
was crazy. It went crazy.
We
With
doing
that.
anything, I guess.
Help him out, Jade.
Man went from gangster rap to yes, y'all.
Hey, he did Cody's theme too.
Oh, that was terrible.
Oh my god.
That shit was.
I'm not gonna lie.
ass.
I'm not gonna lie. That should be our entrance now. We come over the show. Hey, yes, y'all. Welcome to another
Nah, that's-
episode.
That shit.
No
ass,
Name
bro.
podcast is the best, y'all.
Oh my
Let me
god.
find
All
out.
right, let's go. Let's switch over to matches now. Now we're gonna do same concept, one word association, but only just matches. So I'm interested to see what y'all say because I'm not really sure what y'all gonna say about some of these. So let's start off big. We'll go Roman Cody, the first match, Mania 39.
Ooh.
Preview. Second match
Solid.
is better, but that gave us an idea. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. Solid.
The first one, Infinity War.
Okay.
That's a
Gunther, Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, triple threat match.
goat.
Meat.
Pause. Big pause.
Pause.
5 stars.
We ain't, big meaty man slapping meat, brother. We ain't pausing nothing.
I guess you could say that. Let's go Seth Rollins versus Edge, Hell in a Cell match.
I'm going to say good. I mean, I remember enjoying it, and I remember spots from it, but it's not a match that I just sit and think about like that last one. I say good. It was good.
It was cool.
At the time, I would say at the time unprecedented because it was an actual Hell in a Cell feud that just kind of naturally came to that instead of them forcing it and on the pay-per-view.
Earned would be another good word for that one.
You say what?
Earned.
Earned, yes.
That
Earned,
feud
yes. Earned it. It earned it 100%.
Yeah.
Let's go Street Profits versus DIY versus Motor City Machine Guns, the TLC match on SmackDown.
I guess I'll just go shame because what a shame that wasn't on the WrestleMania card where it should have been.
Yeah, I was literally trying to think of a word to give that exact same sentiment. Because I don't want to say unfortunate, but that's the only one coming to my brain. Like unfortunate that it wasn't showcased.
I'm gonna go disrespectful.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Disrespectful. Okay. Let's switch it over because I got to put some other matches on here. Let's go Brock Lesnar, Samoa Joe, Great Balls of Fire.
Frustration.
Great balls of bullshit. That's what that was.
I'm disappointing. That bill was so good, but
So good, man. Oh my
match.
god.
And the reasoning behind it was just kind of stupid too.
98% of offense, 1 F5.
Paul Heyman basically said we could have had a great match, but because of Roman, we didn't. That's pretty much why they didn't go out and have a great match because they were saving that for
They wanted Roman to be his only competitor.
Yeah, which
Crazy. Let's go DX versus Brothers of Destruction.
Softener, like stool softener.
Okay.
the fuck.
Only Jay can come up with a creative way to say
What
shit.
the fuck?
Only
bro?
Jay. Only
What
Jay.
the
Basically
fuck?
saying his ass, but okay.
Pure Fusion Collective.
Oh man. Just funny. It's this. You could just laugh. It's just.
It's hilarious when you go back.
It's hilarious how bad it went. Like everything that went wrong did go wrong.
I wanted to shout out Rob. He said outstanding, like the theme song. That's actually
Outstanding.
perfect. Yeah, that's actually perfect.
Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler, the MMA match at SummerSlam.
Sickening.
Damn.
Sickening's crazy. God damn.
Insulting.
But at that point in Ronda's career, I was done with anything she was doing.
Yeah.
Much less,
Imagine seeing that in person. Golly. I
was too. Sleep. I made a video like of just basically all the clips from SummerSlam. I was like fake sleeping. The lady behind me was actually asleep during that match. She was like this, bro.
We got a couple more here. We're gonna go triple threat: Bianca versus Io versus Rhea, WrestleMania.
I don't know anything else to say besides just tremendous. I don't. It's great. I mean, enough said.
I mean, can you get any worse than perfect?
Yeah. Classic.
Becky Lynch versus Nikki Bella, Clash in Paris.
What?
Yeah.
That's my word. What?
That's when she missed that kick that everybody talked about.
Yeah.
Forgettable because I don't remember that match. I don't remember that match.
You came on here trashing it so bad during that recap episode.
I don't know. I didn't watch the pay-per-view, so I have no idea.
I forgot it, Matt. I forgot that match happened. Was Nikki Bella a face?
Yeah.
Oof. Oof.
She hadn't turned yet.
So see.
She turned not too long after, right? She turned not too long after.
That's when you were trashing her for that promo she cut for Stephanie.
Oh, Stephanie Becker. The Bellas are so bad, bro. Oh my god.
We ran this division.
Oh my gosh. No, you didn't.
We got. We'll do one more. We'll do Sasha versus Bailey Takeover Brooklyn.
I'm gonna say bronze because it might be like the third best match I've ever seen in my entire life.
I was gonna say Catalyst because I think that was the match that started. Hey, we care about women's wrestling now.
I'm gonna say inspirational. Definitely inspired a lot of ladies.
That's a good one too. Inspiration.
Stupid.
I was hoping somebody would get it. Oh, that made my life.
All right, let's get to the would you rather. So I'm gonna let Nate go first because this is his idea. So
all right,
I don't know.
So
What he got
basically,
picked up. All right, so are you asking these? Are we doing this like this individual, like one person, or just like everybody's gonna answer?
everybody's gonna answer.
Okay.
So we're just gonna go around. Basically, I mean, if you ever play Would You Rather or seen anybody on the internet do Would You Rather, there's typically two scenarios, and you got to pick which one you'd rather do. So doing it for wrestling. So my first one is: Would you rather go back in time and rebook a bad WrestleMania story, or go to the future and prevent one from happening?
Ooh, that's a good one. So would I rather go rebook something or prevent something from happening? Ooh,
I think I would go. I think I would go to the future to prevent it from happening because what we had this year with Cody and Randy, I can't let that happen again. I just can't. So whatever the future may hold that God hasn't told us yet, I'm stopping it. I'm stopping it from happening. So I'm gonna say the future because WrestleMania, there's been some stories that were like
really
bad, but I don't know if there's ever been one that was like, one that was like frustrating where it was like,
I mean, anything with Roman, pretty much. Anything with Roman or Brock in the 2010s.
I was gonna say, are we answering this question from the perspective of there are specific things I want to change, or just from the perspective of in general?
No, like in general, like you would change
like you want to change it, yeah. Like you would just change it, like make it better.
It was supposed to be, basically.
Yeah, so I think I would probably go back because not only I think would that by default help the future, but there are things that I would go back and change that I think would have impacted the on-screen product right now.
So what match? What story would you go back? Got to pick a story. What one that comes to your mind that you would for sure you're changing it?
If I have to pick one,
pick one.
There's so many that, and it's kind of. This kind of links up with one of the questions that I had, so I may not even ask it now. But it's probably, if I had to pick one, the Nexus at SummerSlam. I mean, we've talked about that. I mean,
okay.
I'll say WrestleMania.
Oh, just WrestleMania stories. Just WrestleMania.
Just WrestleMania story. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is just WrestleMania stories.
That's why I said the future.
Yeah. So if that's the case, I'm sorry, I misheard. If that's the case, I would go future because there are guys that are around right now that if they have the big WrestleMania moment, it could make them into guys that could feature on screen for 10, 15 years. So if I could travel into the future and prevent a mishandling of a Braun Breaker or an Obafemi or a Dom Mysterio or whoever, then yeah, I'd probably, if we're just talking WrestleMania moments, yeah, I'd go forward.
Okay.
Goddamn.
So that changes things because I was thinking of all the butterfly effects we've seen in history. What happens if Roman shows up on day one? Right? That was a big butterfly effect. If Cody doesn't tear his pec, what happens? If what's it called? If there was another one in the 2010s that we talk about a lot. If CM Punk doesn't leave WWE, right? Then we get the Daniel Bryan. Like those are big butterfly effects. But now that we're looking at that, I think I'm still gonna stick with rebook something, and it would be rebook WrestleMania 34. Because I think that was the start of the dark times.
Yeah.
I think that was the start of the dark times that we were in. And so am I just rebooking WrestleMania 34? Am I rebooking stuff that leads into WrestleMania?
You got to rebook that show, I guess. I think he just did the show, right?
But either way, whether it's
basically you're picking a story to rebook.
I'm rebooking the entire story of WrestleMania 34. The entire story. And results. The everything that is revolved around WrestleMania 34, I'm rebooking everything. That I think would change a lot.
Yes, I
have. You guys CM Punk for yoked.
Boy yoked.
CM Punk looking yoked right now, man. Shout out to Phillip Brooks.
Seth Rollins needs to start doing this.
Me personally, I'm a rebook. I'm probably gonna rebook. I'm gonna rebook something with Roman, bro. I don't know, wherever they went wrong. I'm gonna rebook that WrestleMania build with Triple H. I think that's what really fucking killed him. I think if you do that right, I think the rest of Roman's run.
How could you do it right though? Like,
just put Dean Ambrose in there, bro.
You think people would have cared if Ambrose was in it?
If Ambrose was in it,
yeah.
I think if you have Roman, and if you have Roman and Ambrose at WrestleMania, just take Triple H out. No one cares. Like, just put Triple H with someone else. That's fine.
Roman Ambrose main event. Okay.
Yeah. It was supposed to be the Shield anyway, but you
right.
And then that opens the door. You can either do a turn with Ambrose, you do a turn with Reigns, which I personally would have done. I get you want Roman's supposed to be your guy, but at the end of the day, you could possibly even have Roman join the Authority and have a completely new character.
I don't know if I would have done that, but I definitely would have turned him heel. If there's any
turn him heel.
I would have turned him heel right after he beat the Undertaker. That promo, when that Raw After Many crowd booed him for 10 straight minutes, that was the perfect time. I would have been so locked in. I think everything would have been fine with Roman if they turned him heel right then and there.
Yeah,
I think Roman, for me back then, kind of has like the Cody effect now for Mania. It's like for Cody, they keep messing up his stories where it's like you start to care about it, but then you don't care about it after. With Roman, I don't know how many people. It's like people just didn't care like what he was doing for WrestleMania, just for the simple fact of how he was being used, you know. So, like when he was fighting Triple H, I'm like, I ain't moved by that. If Undertaker, if Undertaker was able to do more physical things in the ring, then I think that could have appealed people more. But Undertaker was old and was like, I don't really want to see Undertaker no more like that. You know, he's just not that guy. And then of course Brock, and nothing you could do to make him care about that at that time. So. That was just
shit was ass.
You guys remember when Roman wrestled Drew in the middle of that 8-hour slog at WrestleMania? Oh my, that may have been the single most inconsequential thing Roman Reigns has ever done in his entire life.
Just random, just random.
It was so stupid.
Because he came back before Mania, he's like, all right, we got to get him on the show.
Yeah.
And then they still booed him anyway.
So that was a good one. You want to read all yours or you want to go individual one by one?
Just one by one. Just let everyone go.
All right. Anybody, G, you want to go next?
Oh, it's me? Okay, cool. So this is obviously character specifically driven. Would y'all rather, and this is, you can only choose one decision to change, and all the aftermath and stuff behind it, you have to accept.
Oof.
Would y'all rather change? And this one is a little bit, it should be obvious, but I don't know. Would y'all rather change Brock Roman WrestleMania 34 or Seth Fiend Hell in a Cell 2019?
Oh my God.
Seth Fiend Hell in a Cell 2019. I was gonna say the first one, but the second, that Fiend Seth Rollins Hell in a Cell match genuinely made me feel like I shouldn't be watching anymore. And I've never felt that way about any other match, any other wrestling story. That match in general made me feel, as a fan, I don't know if I want to watch anymore. It sucked like the fandom out of my soul, because I was like, I felt like insulted, and it felt like I wasted my time with this. Like, how do you have a Hell in a Cell match in this way and expect us as the fans to be like, yeah, that makes sense. That can happen. You can get disqualified in a Hell in a Cell by using weapons, when we've seen like wars inside of the Hell in a Cell. We saw a man almost die in this match at one point, and the match continued. And this is where we draw the line for Hell in a Cell. That right there, Roman and Brock, I think, was doomed from the beginning, because, like I said, there was nothing I think that it could have done to make the fans care. So I don't know if there's anything they could have did in that match to make it good. But when you introduce a new character like The Fiend, and then you immediately throw him into the fire of that championship with Seth Rollins, and then you have the Hell in a Cell match where we're like, okay, how's this going to go? But then that's the best creative they could come up with. They sat down in a creative meeting and said, this is what we're going to do. And everybody involved knew it was going to be terrible.
Including Seth.
But they still had to go out there and do it anyway.
Yeah.
That made me feel, as a fan, that just made me feel like I should not be watching anymore.
Yeah. No, I agree.
That way.
I agree with everything Malik said. I will just also say that we also have the benefit of hindsight. You know, ultimately with Roman, we got the Tribal Chief. He became one of the greatest characters of all time. The Fiend literally was never the same after that. Yeah. Never had the same momentum, never had the same aura, never had the same presentation. You could say he recovered because he won the title, but they did it at Saudi Arabia because they were so scared of doing it. And you could also blame it on the Goldberg thing, but that by the time he got to the Goldberg thing, though, the Fiend's aura was almost
that was nail in the coffin. When he got to the Goldberg, it was like
I
was like,
that was pretty bad.
The Fiend, if they had just taken their time with him, developed him, let Bray tell the story he wanted to tell, the Fiend may have gone down as, which of course, you know, Bray ended up dying when he did and all, but who knows what happens, you know, with that. But the Fiend could have gone down as one of the best characters in WWE history. And to some people, he still is. But in my opinion, you can't really call him that when, again, everything went the way that it did. So because we still got the Tribal Chief and everything happened with Roman afterward, I would still go back and change Seth and Fiend for sure.
Yeah. I mean, that Hell in a Cell match was... it wasn't even that good of a match to begin with. Like the match itself wasn't.
Yeah, the
good.
red lighting.
Like, the red lighting
up from the beginning.
Like Seth was hitting I think hit like 9 curve stomps or some shit like that, and like it was overkill. I think if Bray would have won that match after all that, no, if he would have won that
after all that is crazy.
He really did.
He really did.
Chill.
Oh my God.
If he really would have, but after all that abuse, if he would have won that match, I think fans would have still taken him seriously, even though the match fucking sucked. Even if you kept the red light too, he would have came off as a monster. And by the time he got to Goldberg, there'd probably be something more to salvage. Like it'd be like, all right, this is a bump in the road. He goes to John Cena at WrestleMania, and like he can like quickly recover. But at that point, like he was pretty much cooked. Like no one really cared about, like the Daniel Bryan feud was good, but we all knew it was right on the wall once it was Goldberg, and that was just too much.
It was crazy. They had a chance to revive that whole character with the Randy story, and they fucked that up too. God.
So many times,
bro.
How did they do this, bro?
That's what I actually probably.
COVID. God. You had the Tribal Chief. You had part of the Hurt Business before they got neutered, and then you had the Fiend of Randy Orton.
Bailey and
Sasha. 3 things. Oh yeah, Bailey and Sasha. I was thinking of the men. But them 3 men's stories were like, okay, this pandemic stuff is really atrocious, but I can rock with these.
Yeah.
They messed up the Hurt Business because Vince, honestly, probably rightfully so, Looked at Cedric Alexander. I was like, yeah, no, you're not doing it for me, brother. And then,
bruh, he did that because he didn't want no one to outshine the bloodline. That's why he did that shit.
oh yeah. You know what? You're right. They weren't outshining him though because they were feuding with Retribution. They wasn't doing nothing crazy. They were feuding with Retribution. They was feuding with Retribution.
That's probably why they never feuded, bro. Because he knew people would probably.
That's why That's why they didn't have. That's why they didn't have Lashley versus Roman at that Survivor Series. They did Big E versus Roman instead because they didn't want.
Oh yeah, when the fans came back,
they didn't want to make a choice. But they had with the Fiend, man. That kind of feels the way I feel about the Fiend is what they did with Kane in the beginning, bro. Like they had something special, and then they just they messed it up. Like Kane is setting people on fire, and then he's teaming up with Xbox fighting over a girl. But isn't the whole point of Kane's character was he hated people? He doesn't want, he hates everybody. So why is he now chasing this girl? Like it just
suck it.
It's so many bad things. Man.
Hey, but the Canaanites was fire though.
Canaanites was fire.
Nah, for sure. Sorry, still doing cat stuff.
All right, Gabe, you want to go next?
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Yeah.
And I won.
Y'all are wild, bro. How you gonna feel if you win that championship though?
Yeah, I was saying. Yeah,
My hate knows no bounds. Jalen Brunson's in GOAT elevation talks because he carried that bump to a title.
He been playing better than Wemby. I'm a wrestler.
Cat been doing good, bro.
That's because Wemby decided, I'm not gonna say it on camera. I'm not gonna say what I really was.
Wemby's 22, bro. This is LeBron got swept his first finals. It'll be fine. He'll be all right.
Bro, they should have won. Right. They literally should have won game 2, bro. Game 1, I understood. You just came off a 7-game series.
How's that work?
Well, they just came off a 7-game series. So I knew they was gonna lose game 1. Game 2, bro. Wemby, you're 7'5".
Yeah, that was crazy. I seen
bro,
that.
You're 7'5", and you're shooting middies. If you don't go take your big ass to the
paint, bro. Yeah. Go to the paint.
Oh my god, I can't stand.
Bro, that's why I hate position with a post game.
Bro, that's why I hate positionless basketball. Everybody think they can just. If you don't take your 7-foot French fry looking ass to the paint, oh my god, 7'5", and you shooting middies like you freaking. Oh,
DeMar DeRozan, bro. No,
literally, bro. Like, there's a reason they got rid of that man. And De'Aaron Fox finally had a good game, and you wasted.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Jay, do you want to go next?
Yeah, I'll go next. Who would you rather? Which of these would you rather move to finish their career in another company? Gable finishes his career in AEW, or MJF finishes his career in WWE?
I'm gonna go Chad Gable in AEW. Because MJF and WWE, I think we'll still be fine. But Chad Gable in AEW could be like, I think he could be the champion.
I've heard people online talking a lot about wanting Gable to do that. So
Gable I think would be really good.
You gonna go, G?
Yeah. I guess for me, and credit to Undertaker and Shawn Michaels and whoever else is writing in AAA, because they made a gimmick turn into one of the greatest storylines that company has ever had, right? I just feel like Chad Gable, once they decided they were going to go with Ludwig because that's who Mexico chose.
Yep.
I don't know what Chad Gable's going to be a less annoying Ricochet in AEW. And even though Ricochet's doing fine for himself, there's a ceiling there. Whereas MJF, he might get the Cody run in like way sooner. Like MJF comes to WWE. If Cody got what he got when he came over, in my opinion, there's no way MJF's not getting all of that in sooner. Like, and for me, I'd rather see the peak of that as opposed to the ceiling tap. Like, Chad Gable's gonna go to AEW, cool. He'll have some moments, but is he gonna win the AEW World Title? I mean, Darby won it, so maybe, but Darby's been beloved. I don't know if Chad Gable's gonna reach that level of beloved at that point. So,
I think for Chad though, it could be possible, and I only say that is because AEW is a very wrestling heavy show. So if Chad Gable can put on a couple banger matches in AEW, I think the crowd already gonna be sold right there. Shit.
But you don't think he can't? Like, I just think he's gonna be Ricochet. More like
he could be better than Ricochet though.
It's a tricky one because MJF and WWE will be watered down, but I think he could have some great feuds and segments. Because I feel like if he jumps ship, he's going to say, "I want creative control. Like I don't want ChatGPT booking my stories." Because they would 100% just throw his shit in ChatGPT and have him feud with whoever the fuck. I'm gonna choose Chad Gable because even though he would probably be part of the Don Callis family like 3 months in his run, I think he'll still be on TV more. He'll have better matches. I genuinely don't think WWE is going to book Chad Gable to do anything. I think a year from now he might be gone, and if he's not, he's going to be in the same position he was before he was El Grande Americano, just kind of there, having a good match on TV every now and then. Um, I think MJF is better having like a 3 to 5 year stint in WWE than going back to AEW and finishing his career there. I think because that's what made him who he is, and I think it fits him better because he can actually be him, and he doesn't have to worry about like all the sponsorships and Chat GPT and like all that stuff. So
I mean, yeah, that's fair
Gable
enough.
probably won't be world champion, but he'll be on TV more often than not. He'll have collision matches probably every week, and they'll be really really good. So at least we actually get to see him wrestle. So he might be like national champion, you know.
Okay.
I forgot about that. Who's the
Goddamn.
international champion right now?
Mark Davis.
At least it's not Orange Cassidy again.
Is everybody in that company in the Don Callis family, by the way?
Gotta be, brother.
Pretty much.
Because every time I watch highlights, that guy, I saw the one just last week where his fucking teeth fell out. Like,
Yeah.
like God,
That was crazy.
how does that happen?
All right, mine is kind of similar, but a little bit different. It's a little bit different than what Jade had, but it's a little similar. Would you rather bring Sasha Banks, aka Mercedes Moné, back to WWE, or Gunther go to AEW?
Shit.
Honestly,
I
you
don't
know
want to
what?
see either of those things.
You know what? Fuck it. Send Gunther to AEW. I think he's a wrestler's wrestler. He doesn't do all the flippy shit. I think he'll actually stand out and he'll ground a lot of people. I don't want to see Mercedes back in WWE. I'm sorry. I think she's way better off in AEW because she can actually go everywhere else. I think she'll have great matches with Lash Legend and Maxine Dupree. I think she could get a great match out of Maxine and whoever the fuck else is on the roster. But I'm not trying to see. No. I don't want to see her fucking sponsoring.
Yeah,
But like,
I really don't want to see either of these because I just want them to get it right with what they have. Like,
facts.
like Sasha coming back to WWE. I thought would help the division, but it's not because they can't. They have no depth and no quality. Like the J Fusion Collective is still a premier feature in that company. Like I don't want to see that. So by default, I'll say Gunther to AEW because I know Gunther will. I mean, Gunther's gonna be Gunther wherever. But it's just like, can y'all just do it right? Like, can y'all just? And it's really not hard to do Gunther right. Have him go out there.
It's really not.
Have him wrestle. Have him tell people the mat is sacred, and stop having him lose with his foot under the rope to Super Cody.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
It's not hard.
It's really not that hard.
Like, please stop having him lose. Like, Gunther's too smart of a wrestler to be losing in that way. Like, I'm still not over that. Maybe that's what I wanted to say last week. I couldn't figure out the words or whatever week I was here. Gunther is not the type of wrestler that's like, oh, I lost because the ref didn't see my foot under the rope. Like, that's not who you are. And I feel like in AEW, he I mean, obviously he might go on a Goldberg streak in AEW for real. Whoever they're gonna beat him. Like if they do whoever they're gonna beat him for real.
Okada's probably the only guy I can think who could actually beat him.
See, I don't
Even
have
then,
the problem with me is that I think Gunther fits in AEW, modern day AEW, better than Mercedes fits in modern day WWE. The problem is, even though the lowest valley of WWE booking, I will admittedly say, is much lower than the lowest valley of AEW booking, but AEW's booking, in my opinion, is just so inconsistent. You just have people showing up and falling off TV randomly for weeks and months at a time. They're involved in one thing, and then that just ends, and then suddenly they pop back up, and they're involved in something else. They're in and out of factions all the time. I don't have, like, if you're asking me, can AEW put Gunther at the presentational peak that Gunther was at in 2022, 2023, I have no faith that AEW would be able to do that for him. And Mercedes Moné, I feel like if she did go to WWE, it would just be a flat movement. It would be a lateral movement.
Yeah.
It would
lateral move.
She wouldn't get any better. She wouldn't be any worse. It'd just be a lateral move. Gunther, the peak possibility for him to go up is definitely there, but his peak possibility for him to go below where he started is so much lower. But I'm much more moved by the possible matches we would get by Gunther going over there. So I guess I would say Gunther.
I think because Gunther represents pro wrestling, I think they push him to the moon. I think he's one guy who I think they're like, yeah, this is our guy, because he actually represents wrestling, and they would push that Gunther Okada match like that. That's oh my god.
It's just they've never had. It's honestly because they've never really had an opportunity to even entertain the idea of Gunther coming over there. He just went UK, NXT, main roster, and they gave him the IC run off rip. So it was like, well, clearly, it's like AEW, I feel like, never had the ability to be like, oh, what if Gunther was on our roster? Because there was never a chance for that.
Never a chance, yeah.
Yeah, there was like...
And they got Okada, so they're like, we don't need Gunther.
Amen.
But if they had him, though, oh my god.
Oof.
He'd be, oh my god, bro.
Who wants to go next? Nate can go next, I guess. What's going on there?
Oh, shoot, yeah. All right, I like this one. Would you rather put prime CM Punk, so let's say 2011, 2012 CM Punk in the Attitude Era, or prime, I'm talking heel, like people want to stab him, Rowdy Piper in the Attitude Era?
I'm gonna go CM Punk. CM Punk, Stone Cold would have did so many big numbers in
That
the
would have
Attitude
been
Era.
crazy.
And then of course him and Rock, him Triple H, McFoley, Kane, Undertaker, Jericho, like Kurt Angle, all these people also some of them at their peak or upcoming at the time, but Austin and Punk, like the two anti-heroes, villain guys who are also baby faces, like man, that would have did like crazy numbers, man. That would have did like big money. And in the Attitude Era, they can do so much more creative things that they weren't able to do in Punk's PG era. So like I can only imagine the type of stories they would have been able to do against each other.
Especially, like you say, The Rock. We're not getting I stumble against my words, babbling Rock, and speaking in the annoying third person. No, we're getting the one that like
the racist Rock.
I'm about to say the and I'm something you're not, undisputed champ. So shut up, bitch. We're getting that Rock. Yeah, brother. Go ahead, put CM Punk in that Attitude Era, brother, and let's go ahead, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Imagine Punk, like, you know how we had Hollywood Rock and Hogan, and like towards the tail end of Attitude Era. Imagine Punk and Hogan, and all the things Punk could say about Hulk Hogan, knowing what he represented in the prime.
That'd be
crazy. That'd be crazy.
Sign me up. I'm getting goosebumps right up.
Yeah, I'd probably go with Punk too. If anything, and just because I don't think they would treat Piper's gimmick with the respect that it would deserve in that era. So yeah, you know me and Punk, but yeah, I'd probably say Punk in that scenario.
So Jay, let me ask you a quick little side note question. When did you officially stop enjoying CM Punk? Because I have to imagine there was a time you enjoyed him.
I think he's talked about this before. I think.
Yeah, yeah. In fact, G, I think you asked me this question before, but the short answer is it was about 2 years after he left. When I gave up on him ever coming back, and it seemed like everyone else in the world couldn't just stop and enjoy the wrestling they had in front of them because they were so busy just assuming that everything was terrible and everything was bad and the apocalypse was here because CM Punk wasn't around. The internet wrestling community was such a pain in my neck at the time because they made me out to be the bad guy for trying to enjoy wrestling just because CM Punk wasn't here. And then when he finally came back 5 years too late and everyone presented him as the coming of the wrestling messiah, I was like, what has he proven to us in the last 10, just, it's not necessarily the way anything CM Punk has done, aside from just being gone for so long. It was just the way that wrestling fans treated me as some sort of martyr because I just wanted to move on from CM Punk, and the world wasn't ready to do that for whatever reason. And so by the time he came back, I was already so pissed off just at the thought of him that I just I didn't pop for him to come back because I was like, oh, good. Now everyone can shut up about it. That's literally all I kept thinking when he came back. Can everyone please shut up about it now? So
like he's there now. Shut up.
But I loved when CM Punk was going through, Money in the Bank in 2011 and he came back and everything. I was right there with everyone online talking about how he was the greatest of all time and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But once he left and I moved on and everyone else didn't, that's when I started to lose my patience with him.
All right, G, what you got next?
Okay, so the last time I asked y'all what y'all would rather change. This time I'm going to ask y'all what y'all would rather keep. And trust me, they're both going to be atrocious.
Oh, boy.
What y'all would rather keep? Would you rather keep, and maybe not him himself because we know what he's doing, but would y'all rather keep the horrible, inconsistent booking of 2018, 2019, like as the company as a whole?
Trash.
Would y'all rather keep that inconsistency of booking? Or would y'all rather... Oh, snap, where'd it go? Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Sorry, I got a phone call. Hold on. I got to answer this. Sorry.
I'll go ahead and do my next one while G sorts the stuff out over there. So my next one was someone knocks on your door, shows up, and says, I can wipe your memory and I can send you back to a point in time in wrestling to relive an era in wrestling fresh all over again. Would you choose the night that the Austin McMahon rivalry started, or would you choose the night that Finn Balor debuted at NXT for the first time? Those are the 2 points of history you can go back to. Basically, relive the Attitude Era fresh or relive the Black and Gold Era fresh.
See, I wasn't around during the Attitude Era, so this one's actually, I
Right.
wasn't. So that's very. I would get to experience that. Oh man, I would have to choose Austin McMahon because I didn't experience that at all because I was there. So yeah, that would be awesome to see, and just I get to see his whole progression as a character. Get to see like, yeah, I would go back. That would be fucking awesome to see all that. Yeah, I'm choosing that. That'd be awesome.
I probably would do Attitude Era. I think Attitude Era also is probably the time that majority of the fans were all like united as one too. Like if there was a lot of IWC bitching and all that stuff, it was like everybody just really enjoyed wrestling. Even though you look back at the Attitude Era and some of that stuff was ass, people didn't care. At the time, it's just wrestling was fun at the time to watch. So I probably would say Attitude Era, even though NXT Black and Gold was very peak, but
super peak.
The Attitude Era, to experience that, I think every fan who came after that era would probably really appreciate it.
Yeah. See, and you guys approached that the exact way that I was thinking, because obviously you lived through Black and Gold. You didn't really live through Attitude Era, which I was there and I was old enough to be present for it. But I've said before that I was more of a WCW kid. My family was the WCW family when the Attitude Era was going on. So we were more focused on Nitro all the way up until the point that everything got silly, and then we sort of jumped ship over to WWF. But yeah, so I was just curious on, like, do you want to relive the highs that you're going to live through the Black and Gold because you were there, or relive something that you didn't really get a chance to experience? And Malik hit the nail right on the head, by the way, because obviously I was flipping back and forth, and the crowds at WWF Raw during the Attitude Era, no one had their phone up in front of their face. Everyone was standing. Everyone had a sign. Flash bulbs were going off with every move. No one really knew what was going on because the internet was around, but it wasn't really readily available, so you couldn't just go and see what was happening. So everything was a surprise back then. And yeah, if I could gift anyone the feeling of being a wrestling fan during any period, it would definitely be. Even though, again, I've been consistent in saying that the on-screen quality for the Attitude Era, people look at that with rose-colored glasses. There was a lot of bad stuff that happened during the Attitude Era. But the peak of it and being there for the main events of Raw week to week when you never knew what was going to happen and you had DX and Stone Cold and The Rock running around, it was something else for sure. Gee, was that? You know what? Vikes, you're right. I would. I never got to experience the Bruno era. I would love to go back and watch Bruno's legendary.
You're the only one. You're the only one.
There you go. Look at this. Oh no, my picture isn't there anymore. It's gone. I was going to say, look at this while I talk to you.
What up?
I would love to go back and be a part of that, but I nonetheless.
Bear hugs and
I was going to say a 30-minute bear hug, bro.
30-minute bear hug.
G, you can finish yours.
Yeah. My bad. So I'll just start over. Would you rather? Maybe not this person be here, but the 2018-2019 booking consistency, but AEW still exists and we still get 2021 and all that. Or AEW never exists, but the NXT call-ups pan out more often than not because nothing's a sure thing. Because remember, AEW really came about because it was like, yo, y'all bringing up all these NXT dudes. We looking at the future and you fumbling them this bad. And then obviously,
I'm gonna go AEW because even though WWE will do well as a product, they will be the only show in town. And I don't think that's ever good for wrestling when there's one, as we've seen with WWE being the only show in town for like 20 plus years. That is never a good thing. Even if it's great, like it will eventually become bad where it is now. So you probably will get to a point where you have TKO and you have ChatGPT booking your shows and you have nowhere else to go for a big mainstream wrestling. So I'm gonna go with AEW and just suck it up.
Yeah, I would probably say the same reasons that Nate said. Competition is always good, and if WWE is going to be the dominant alpha male in the wrestling business, there's still never a guarantee of certain people that will go to WWE and succeed, like the MJFs, the Kenny Omegas, all these people that have been able to shine bright in AEW and America and stuff. They go to WWE. I mean, we don't really know what that's going to turn out to be, and for WWE to be the only head of the table, I just feel like that's not good. And we dealt with it for so long, so we were all just used to it. But AEW was able to give people a breath of fresh air, where it's like you have an alternative.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to make it a sweep, but for the exact same reasons, wrestling is always better when there is competition out there. I would not want to go back through the possibility of the PG era again when WWE felt like they could just air slop every week because they didn't have anybody to impress. So
I feel where y'all are.
Larry Sabisco, bro.
I feel where y'all are coming from. I guess I look at it like, because again, more often than not, because like No Way Jose was never going to work out. Apollo Crew could have been some mid card, but we know how they move. But when I'm really looking at, I'm looking at like the Finn Balor's, the Shinsuke's, if Undisputed Era ever made its way up, Samoa Joe to an extent, right? I'm looking at those guys. Like if those guys pan out, I think the way we're talking about WWE, like even though it is the only one, I think we're looking at it almost like we talk about Ruthless, where like there's so many quality stars where like Edge beating Cena and Batista beating Undertaker and Rey Mysterio and the Eddie feud, all that stuff we wouldn't be looking at that like, wow, that doesn't make sense. Like everybody was beating everybody. Like if Cena lost to somebody, we wouldn't be shocked. When I look at these guys like Finn Balor coming up, I mean, shoot, they gave him the Universal title offer it, right? Had him beat Roman in his first match or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
For shit and giggles, yeah.
Yeah, like that would be a little bit more common, right? We and not to say like that Roman Reigns would be taken down a notch in a sense, but there would be a lot more star power. I don't think we'd be looking at the main roster the way we do because of how bad it can be or how bad they fumbled these new stars. Because remember, we were craving these stars, especially in the women's division. especially in the one we were craving for them to use. Like they spent all this work building these people up, and then it would just fall flat. I think if more often than not they don't fall flat, I don't think we need an AEW in a sense. I think, hey, we're actually getting the good quality we've been wanting. I get y'all's point though. Competition is always good, but like the Ruthless Aggression era, they ain't had no competition, and some people argue that's their best era as far as quality wise, top to bottom. So that's not look good.
All right, this next one is just something different and unique because I knew everybody was going to do like booking decisions. So this one is just for shits and giggles. Would you rather take a spear from Braun Breaker for $10 million or take a tsunami from Bronson Reed for $100K, but you also get 5 years of free WWE tickets and backstage passes?
Give me the bronze spear. Give me the bronze
Give
spear.
me
I
the
don't need
spear. Give me the
what
spear.
the fuck. Give me the spear. I don't give a fuck about no backstage passes, bro.
Shit, you gotta make the
Please.
connections, bro. Make the
No,
media
no,
connections. bro.
Nah,
Give
bro.
me the
Just-
spear, brother.
Just to talk to ChatGPT, I'm good, bro. I'm okay.
Yeah, nah, bro. Give me the spear.
But 10
What,
with
how
a
mu-
million,
10
bro? I don't
mil?
need no I don't need no
Yeah,
connection
10
for
million,
10.
10
I'll
million.
build my own shit. I'll make my own promotion
Hey,
at that
hey,
point.
fuck the 10 mil.
Shit.
I'll do it for $1 million. I'll do it for one. I don't need 10. Shit, 10 mil?
Full blown spear. Yeah, they both gonna hurt.
Shit,
though,
I go
bro.
to AEW. I get an AEW season pass. We ain't
Nah,
got one.
that's
Make
crazy.
one for
That's
me.
crazy.
Here's
That's crazy.
here's 2 million. Make one for me, motherfucker. Shit.
That's crazy.
Jay, which one you taking?
Yeah, I'd probably take the spear regardless of what the reward is. I don't want Bronson Reed jumping on me. no,
Out
no
of all of us, you're the one who can take it the best. What the fuck?
I still don't.
Hey,
want
listen, bro. Bronson Reed, though, that's a coming from the top rope, though, bro. That's
Yeah,
I don't know,
yeah.
man. I don't know.
If Bronson got a tsunami, one of us, we're throwing you at him, Jay.
Yeah.
No, you gotta take the tsunami, bro. No, you gotta take the tsunami. But either way, though, like, I mean, they both gonna hurt regardless. So, like, either
Oh,
one
yeah.
is gonna, either one is
Just
gonna.
By the
have
way,
speed.
Nate, I don't know what you think I have in here, but it's not solid steel. So
It's meat on meat. It can't be that bad.
keep that in mind.
No, it's gonna be bad.
Hey.
Either one is gonna suck. But even if I had to take, even if I had to do
Nah.
one, even if I had to do one for free, I would still take the Braun Breaker spear. Bro.
I'm about to say, y'all don't understand. One of them, even though they're both going to hurt, one of them is being tackled, essentially. And if you play football,
Yeah, you're
you'll
fine.
be all right. The other one is like, you have to watch 300 pounds
Yeah.
move at the speed of gravity,
Yeah.
all the 9.8 meters per second squared.
And
Yeah,
there's only so much he can do to make that safe too, because he's
Right,
so big,
exactly.
bro.
Yeah, you kind of just gotta embrace yourself for like the
Gotta take
for
all that
impact.
meat. You know what I mean?
Embrace yourself for impact, bro.
All right, I think it's my turn.
I
All
think it's
right.
Jade, actually.
Oh, is it Jade? No, you already went.
No, Jade already went. Jade already went.
Oh,
All right. So, would you rather you have to choose one of these guys to finish off their career through the Ruthless Aggression era? You got The Rock or Stone Cold, and Hollywood injuries that don't play effect. Like they're just going to naturally progress. Like they don't get like the injuries don't stop Austin. The movies don't take away The Rock. Like they just naturally progress. Like Shawn Michaels and Triple H and Undertaker did
Right.
from the Attitude Era. So one of them has to finish their career in the Ruthless Aggression era. Yeah.
I'm taking.
I know
I'm
my
taking the
answer.
Rock.
It's, ooh,
I'm taking the Rock.
Why are you taking The Rock?
ooh.
I already told y'all I think The Rock was a better talent than Stone Cold, so I think you got better matchups. I think the stories could be more fun too. Like Rock Triple H was always good. I think that was always really good. But like Rock and Orton, you could do a lot of good things with that.
Yeah.
Rock and Cena and the upcoming. Rock and Batista could be really good. Of course, Rock and Lesnar was already the first match and the only match they ever had was really good.
Yeah.
We never got to see him in Austin, so I'm sure him and Austin would have been good as well. But I just think I think there's just better matchups for me on paper. Like I think Rock was able to have better matches too with the other guys like Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit that were upcoming in that era too. Kurt Angle,
Yeah.
I would go with the Rock.
I guess for me, because even though it wasn't the Ruthless Aggression, I saw The Rock come back. Granted, he gave us some generational stuff, but I saw him come back.
Right.
I also saw the stench he left in my, taste or whatever from some of the stuff he did as well. Stone Cold has came back technically one time, and it was good.
Mhm.
It was good. I want to see more of that. I want to see with him like with a Rey Mysterio or Eddie Guerrero heel or face. I want to see when John Cena finally comes up. I want to see that matchup. I want to see Batista. I want to see
Mysterio.
I want to see Stone Cold versus Shawn Michaels in the Ruthless Aggression, where Shawn Michaels is, sober and just putting on bangers all the time. I want to see what that looks like.
Oh, Rockin'! We never did get Rockin' Shawn Michaels too. Yeah, I also think too what plays a factor. I think a lot of people forget too in that time. Rock could put people over at that time frame when he was losing matches like Billy Gunn and shit on pay-per-views. You know what I mean? Like Austin more than likely is winning majority of the shit that he's gonna be doing. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not gonna be losing too much. I could see Rock putting over an Eddie Guerrero and all these other guys who were maybe upcoming, so I think there's more interesting factors for me. And now that he said
Rock putting over the Great Khali
at that time, probably not Khali. Well, no, Undertaker did though. Shit, he maybe, bro. If Undertaker put that nigga over, then shit.
Rock versus Great Khali, bro. I want to see that promo though.
but now that you said Shawn Michaels, Rock Shawn Michaels, that would have been.
You come out here with your big, stupid head and you speaker. I'm sorry.
He would have made. I think he would have embarrassed Khali in that feud. But I think he still would have lost if he had to lose.
He would have been some racist ass.
Hey, but wait, we talk about what Stone Cold would have did. The Rock would have came out here making fun of that thing song too.
Yeah, Rock would have, like I said, he would have embarrassed him in the story, but I still think he probably would have lost. Because if they convinced Undertaker to do it, then I think, yeah.
Well, then maybe we need to see Stone Cold, so we don't have to see the Great Khali as world champion. So,
shit, maybe.
Jay,
ultimately, it's hard because honestly, I don't think either one of them, with the gimmicks that they had when they left, really fit in the Ruthless Aggression era very well. But if you're asking me just purely on what potential matchups move me more, I'd probably have to go with The Rock. I do rank Austin higher than The Rock all time, but just on the matchups that The Rock could have had full time, and also some of the rematches he could have had with people of matches that he had in the Attitude Era, based on changes that those people made to their characters. I think The Rock, there's a lot more fresh material there for him. So, also
got to factor too. Rock was still pretty young at that time before he died. Austin was already kind of getting up there a little bit in age. Rock was like 31, 32 at the time.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go with The Rock just because I want to see that racist ass.
Somebody said Punjabi Rally. I saw before you did.
I want to see what type of shit he would have said about Great Khali, because that'd
have been crazy.
And if he's talking about Rey Mysterio and Eddie,
he would. Oh my gosh, he would have been coming. He would have been coming to that ring, talking about something. He would have been doing the whole thing.
On his head,
that shit would have been wild. He would have done some crazy shit, bro.
And he would have got cheered tremendously.
Bro, people would have ate that shit.
Bro, and him and Rock versus Umaga? Come on, that would have been crazy. That's the first
Rock versus Umaga would have been crazy.
Hey,
if Rock Hollywood, bro, I want to see Hollywood Rock at the border. Like, I want to see that shit.
Oh my god.
Get your monkey ass out of my country, jabroni. Do I gotta say it in Spanish?
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. A Rock and JBL tag team?
We don't want your tacos. We
don't want your horchata. We want regular coffee. We like it
with your stupid low rider.
He would have done some crazy shit, bro.
Some race. Bro, I want to see that shit.
Somebody said Rock would have shit on Hornswoggle.
Yeah, he probably would.
Oh my gosh, Jeff Hardy? Yeah, I'm not about cooking. Jeff Hardy?
Nah, Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, he would have fried.
Jeff Hardy's career would never been the same. Nah, he would have been done.
He
would have called him a drug addict. He would have called him a junkie. It'd have been over.
He got cooked. All right,
he would have came up to Jeff Hardy. Hey, you want another match?
Oh shit!
Oh my gosh! Okay, I think I changed my answer too. Let's go to Rock.
Yeah, let's go to Rock.
Let's go to Rock.
All right.
Who's
Who's
next?
next? I think you're next, G.
Oh, it's me.
Yeah, I think it's you.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's Set Rock versus Eugene. Nah. All right, stop.
Okay. Would you rather? So this one is gonna be. I wanted to make it open ended, but I guess I would defeat the purpose of would you rather. So,
Right.
I'm gonna try to be specific with this. So, would y'all rather? Y'all basically get to pick one person's career you would just erase from WWE.
Okay.
One person's career you would erase from WWE.
Shit.
You can kind of keep it pushing. You don't necessarily need them. Would you rather erase Batista's career from WWE or Eddie Guerrero's career from WWE? They both weren't necessarily the top guys, but I think they both had crucial and important.
Damn, that's really hard.
They both had crucial and important times and moments in WWE that we can't ever forget. So that I was gonna make it open ended and let y'all choose, but I chose those two guys and just stay specific. So
Damn, that's hard. That's hard.
Probably because Eddie passed away early in his run.
I think the tiebreaker would be though if you were to poll wrestlers around the world, much less just in WWE, who was an influence on you. The statistical likelihood that they're going to say Batista over Eddie Guerrero is very, very low. So just based on that, I would probably say Batista. That'd probably be the tiebreaker for me.
For me, it's because Eddie didn't mean to me what he means to a lot of people, because I'm not part of that demographic. Batista, though, that was my guy. Like, so it's like, do I want to be selfish and keep Batista for myself, or do I want to keep that inspiration to people who like needed it? Because that's a community that wasn't really represented in WWE to that point. So it just comes down to that.
Right. Oh, so we got a super chat on. Shout out to Trent.
Shout out Trenton. Dang, his full government name is on there too.
If I had to race a career in WWE, probably, I guess, Batista. I think Eddie just had bigger impact and more moments that were, I think, memorable at the end of the day. I don't think Batista ever had a match like Eddie versus Brock in WWE that made you feel
like custody of ladder.
Yeah, that made you feel like some type of way. You know, Batista had some good stuff, but his peak stuff honestly was probably against Triple H. After that, he did some good stuff, but that was probably like his peaks or Undertaker. But
but I just think we talk about that, you know, that thumbs up to thumbs down so much. And we always look at Cena and Batista were right there at one point, and
Batista was essential because while they were pushing Cena, and Cena was just kind of like the Superman, and people were seeing right through what Vince was doing with Cena, Batista was more the down-to-earth, humanized. Even though he was the animal, he was more humanized than John Cena. I think he was more vulnerable, and I think that's really important. I think that was really important to have at that time when you have that. But I'll probably still go Eddie just because of the impact he had, even though Batista will go on to have a career past Eddie's passing, and then obviously we'll go on to Hollywood and stuff, but I think Eddie's impact is too important to professional wrestling as a whole. So I'm gonna go Eddie.
I will just say though, to Batista's credit, and to follow up on what you said, a lot of people, you know, we remember rightfully Randy Orton as the foil to John Cena in the early parts of that push, but before Randy was really ready for that spot, there was Batista there. So if Batista hadn't been there, I mean, who knows what happens with the Cena
Mark
push.
Jindrak.
Yeah, Mark Jindrak, right.
Someone said that. Someone said, "Welcome to Evolution, Mark Jindrak."
No word.
That's crazy.
Jay, what you got next?
Let's see. I'll throw out this. So I think these places have proven to be, in my opinion, the best crowds for WWE. So someone hands you a blank check and a blank book and says, which of these places do you want to hold the next WrestleMania? And keeping in mind, whichever one you pick, you will not be able to ever have a Mania in the other two places. So you've got one to give away.
Oh,
Would you host it in Puerto Rico, Paris, France, or London?
That's hard.
That's so tough.
And you can't go back.
And you can't. No, not that you can't go back. You can never hold a WrestleMania in the other two.
Yep. One to give away.
Oh man,
I would probably say. See, I think France is probably the best crowd I've ever heard. But I would probably say London, just for like. London should have had a WrestleMania by now, bro. Like that's a must. Like, there's so many things you could do, and then like a WrestleMania in the UK is like, if we never get that, that's gonna be criminal. I feel like the other two was like, crowds are great, but like the UK, like the O2, like come on, man, you need that WrestleMania over there.
Wembley.
Can I hit you with a little devil's advocate? Like
you always do.
Oh Lord.
Yes. Do you think that with the success of like All In that AEW has had, do you think London, obviously if it showed up, people would go, but do you think like a WrestleMania in London would be a little bit less like, I guess, smart fan or diehard fan in London now in 2026 or 27 than like maybe it would have been back in the day? Because, I think London has had more like, oh, we've seen AEW. I know WWE's not going to give me that. And so it might be a little bit more casual than diehard. Do you feel that that would be the case with a London WrestleMania now? Or it's kind of like,
I think London, and I think this is the same with any of these places, and it's the reason that their energy is so good at these shows, is that I think at all three of these places, they kind of never know when their last big event is going to be, right? So one comes and then they say, well, okay, we're having this big event, and who knows when we're going to have another one. So let's get it all out now. So I don't think I would be worried at any of these places of the crowd not living up to,
Puerto Rico would be.
I would.
There's some fine women over there.
Because
no, I'm thinking about that. Hold up, WrestleMania.
I would say because London does get, out of all the European countries, England definitely gets the most attention from WWE and have for a very long time. Right. I'm not saying that they don't deserve a WrestleMania. They 100% do. But I will say, if people from Europe in general are willing to travel from Europe to the United States for WrestleMania, I don't think that it will be bad or it'll be too much to ask for someone from the UK to go to France for WrestleMania if you are already planning on going to Mania in the States. I feel like that's probably a lot more doable. So I would put it in France because France typically doesn't get a lot of events. England and UK as a whole definitely do. And French crowd is insane. And then if you have people from the UK coming to France, and then also like from around the world because it's WrestleMania, people are just going to go where WrestleMania is. I feel like either one's safe because going to France to England to France, I feel like that's more doable than going from anywhere in Europe to if you're going to the United States for WrestleMania. So I will pick France.
I will just say, and Malik alluded to it, and then Noah just said it in chat, WrestleMania weekend in San Juan might be something else,
bro.
It would be
and here's the thing. I'm going to say this not to disrespect Puerto Rico, right? I'm not going to disrespect them because they was a great crowd. But I don't know if Bad Bunny gonna be at every single, you know what I mean? And even though I think the show was cool, I think it was really like highlighted by the fact that they was ready for Bad Bunny, right? Because I mean, shoot, I still to this day get goosebumps when Bad Bunny comes out for that entrance. That was crazy. Now, were they hot the rest of the night?
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. I'm not saying they wouldn't do good. But when we're looking at, I'm just comparing it to London and France. When I'm looking at those two, that's probably why Puerto Rico will be third on my list. And Nate, I
What
hear
if-
what you. Go ahead, Nate. What?
I was gonna say, what if Bad Bunny's performing at WrestleMania though? What if
If he's
yeah,
performing, send them niggas to Puerto Rico right now. If Bad Bunny is performing, the host, or if he's in a match, send them niggas to Puerto Rico right now. That
'Cause
changes everything. That changes everything. But if he's not there, I do think, and I'm thinking about like WrestleMania week. I've never been to either of these places, so this is really just dry assumption. I would think there's a lot more to do in London during
You're
that
probably
week
right,
than
yeah.
there would
You
be
know
in
what?
France. That's the only reason I probably give it to London.
I forgot about I forgot about the whole
Like
all
the whole week of it, the
Yeah,
Raw
you know what?
after
You know
the
what? You know what?
yeah.
Put it in London because all the independent shows are going to be in the
Yeah.
To put it in London, that's going to be great.
No, man.
But Bad Bunny say, "Hey, I'll be there."
Now Malik
Niggas-
can't stop thinking about WrestleMania week in San Juan. He's lost in it over.
Listen, bro, Puerto Rico, man. I don't know, bro. That shit, I might
Bro,
pull up to
bro,
that.
just go to bro. Not going to Wrestle, bro. You're not even going to WrestleMania at that point. You just
Yeah, Puerto Rico would be big, bro.
you're not going for WrestleMania. You're going for the women, bro.
WrestleMania in the UK though, there's probably like so many things to do in London.
There's so many, bro. I'm not gonna lie. You might need to make that a 2-week trip just to see all the stuff before. Like, I feel like if you go to WrestleMania in London, that WrestleMania week is not gonna be
Food
enough to
sucks.
really
I heard
experience
they've
London.
been putting beans on everything, bro. I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Hey
Those
man,
white people.
you get you some Bush's baked beans, put it in a crock pot with some smoked sausage and ground
They
beef,
be
bro.
putting beans on they be putting beans on like random things, bro, like tuna and like crazy.
You know. I saw somebody talk about this. I don't remember when, but I feel like the way we assume things about England is like I saw somebody say, I wonder how England people look at us like during 4th of July.
Yeah.
They probably think the
Like-
same for us. I
oh,
mean,
like-
they might,
like-
for all we know, they might not put wings on ranch, bro. They might think that's crazy.
I'll tell you a crazy story. I was in like my first year of community college. We had like some, the study abroad people that come in. There was like a couple of them in our community college. You know what? We asked them like, what's the craziest thing y'all have noticed like being in America? They said we cannot fathom or understand how there are places y'all sell beer and guns in the same location. They were talking about Walmart when Walmart used to have the guns in the
Right.
back before they got rid of them. They were
Some
like, we
still
don't
do.
understand how that makes sense to y'all. Like you have a place where you sell alcohol and guns in the same spot. I'm like, when you really break it down like that,
Right.
like that is kind of stupid. But yeah.
What's even, and this is way off topic. What's even crazier about it? Because my Walmart still has guns in the back. And what's crazier is where they choose to place that. Because for me, it's like you come into the automotive part, you walk past this huge locker or this huge case of guns. Literally 2 miles over, you're looking at wrestling action figures and Ninja Turtles.
Bro,
It's
you
like
wait,
right there.
James, you still got a Walmart shape like that? Oof.
Oh, yeah.
That's-
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's one of them ancient ones. That's been there since slavery. That's one of them
What's
ancient
wrong?
ones.
A good hot dog on the 4th of July, the cookout go crazy, bro. Relax.
Oh my god, bro. No. Oh my god, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. Hey, you get a hot link, you get a hot dog, you get a burger, and you straight for life, bro.
Get you a
Facts.
glizzy, bro.
Man.
I need to go to cookout.
Yeah, and it's 2026. Put some mayo on the bread. Stop eating dry bread with your glizzies. Bro. Put some mayo on the bread. Mayo on the bread.
Hold on,
Ketchup
mayo
on the glizzy.
and hot dog?
On the
did that. That's
bread,
pretty
not
good.
on. Don't take mayo and pour it on the hot dog. Spread it on the bread so your bread's not dry, and then you
I'm
put
not-
ketchup on the hot
I'm
dog.
always just give me
That's
the
not
ketchup.
bad.
Bro, just give me the
That's not
ketchup.
bad. I put
Mayo on
mayonnaise
the
on my
bread.
hot dog.
Mayo on the bread.
Y'all relish person, y'all better be putting out no relish.
Ooh,
Relish is disgusting.
Relish is disgusting, bro. I can't do
It
relish.
is disgusting.
I can't
On
do
your hot
relish,
dog,
bro.
bro.
Yes, I
I,
can't.
that's the only place I will allow people to eat relish. If I see you eating relish any other time, you're stupid.
No.
Dude,
Relish
just
on hot dogs
give
is
me a
literally
give me a chili cheese dog, and I'm ready to go.
Ooh.
Oh, hey man, Jade, I'm not gonna lie. I know people go. I know y'all
Chili
gonna
dogs
see
go crazy.
Y'all gonna see how old I am, and y'all probably gonna make a frowning face. But man, back in the day, man, 4th of July, Wiener Schnitzel used to have them specials, boy.
Wiener
Ooh, them
Century.
chili cheese, the Wiener Schnitzel, boy. Ooh,
Wiener Century, bro. That shit
Wiener
sounds crazy.
Schnitzel, Wiener Schnitzel, like German Schnitzel. Yeah,
Yeah,
Wiener
I've never
Schnitzel
been
was
there.
crazy.
Wiener
Crazy.
Century, bro.
Uh,
All right, this one. It's my turn, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
it's
ahead.
your turn.
Out of these two scenarios, would you rather erase the 2017, 2018, 2019 Brock Lesnar reign of terror as champion, but Cody never comes back to WWE?
Oh,
Or
Ooh.
would you rather erase the Shayna Baszler fumble and she actually becomes a star, but Moxley never goes to AEW. He stays in WWE. It's Dean Ambrose.
I'm taking Shayna Baszler every single time because if Cody does not come back to WWE, right? If Cody does not come back, that means Roman has that title. And then when Roman doesn't have it, because again, this is Big Dog Roman. This is Big Dog Roman. If Roman doesn't have it, they probably just flip-flop it between Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre and who else? Maybe The Fiend, right? Because they did that around that time as well. And then this who beats Roman Reigns if it's not Cody? Who beats Roman Reigns?
We don't know. It's an anomaly. Could be Drew
Brock
McIntyre.
Lesnar. That's who. Brock Lesnar. Because you're getting rid of the Reign of Terror. You're not getting rid of Brock. You're not getting rid of Brock. You're getting rid of the Reign of Terror. So
Yeah,
Brock Lesnar.
I'm not
Brock
saying,
Lesnar
I'm not
gets that
saying
title
Vince
back.
is around. I'm just saying that doesn't happen. The reign that doesn't happen. Just that
But if Brock is still here, you know if it's not Cody, Brock is getting that title. Vince is still booking?
No, Vince is gone. They say everything happens. Just we don't get that Reign of Terror. That's just gone. Everything else, like Triple H still takes over. Oh, that still happens.
Oof, but if Cody doesn't come back, oof.
Just Cody doesn't
that's
come
hard,
back.
bro.
You just don't get that Reign of Terror. Like that particular Reign of Terror doesn't happen. So whatever happens in that time frame, we don't like.
It's just not a Reign of Terror, but Brock is still going to be around.
No, I'm not saying like I said, I'm not saying Brock is the champion. It's like it could have been Braun Strowman, it could have been Samoa Joe. Like this, we don't get that. That Reign of Terror doesn't.
But Cody never comes back.
And Cody never comes back. But Shayna Baszler has a successful WWE career. But Dean Ambrose is forever Dean Ambrose, which we don't know how that turned out in WWE. He just
if Triple H takes over, I'll take that instead of the Reign of Terror. So I will erase the Reign of Terror.
I love Shayna, but you gotta. Dean Ambrose has to get through 2019. He has to get through the pandemic. He has to get through 2021 and part of 2020. That's like 3.5 years. I don't think he'll make it. He might. I don't know what he'll do. He'll probably go deeper into like no.
We already saw what he was doing before he left.
Yeah, give me. Sorry, Shayna. Give me erase that Brock shit. Because if Cody,
erase it. Oh yeah, wait, what?
Cody doesn't come back, but you might have a chance to establish another star in that time. Maybe Roman actually gets over. Maybe Braun stays over. Maybe Joe stays over. Maybe you built a different star. Cody. Maybe he just goes to fucking Japan and finishes his career in Japan, or in maybe till he gets back on good terms with AEW and he comes back and he finishes his career. I think there's a lot more options for Cody.
So I guess the way you look at it, who was more impactful to the company? I guess Cody in WWE or Mox to AEW.
Yeah, I think Mox in AEW for sure. Because
you think he's more impactful than Cody to WWE?
He held AEW down in some rough times. If it wasn't for Mox, I don't know how they keep that shit together during the pandemic. I don't know how they keep it through the CM Punk shit. Cody,
during the pandemic, you had Kenny and Hangman.
Yeah, but Kenny's old. Mox was the cornerstone. Mox was holding it down. Mox, and like even when like they suspended the Elite and Punk and all that, and Punk was injured, like Mox was there to hold it down. He's still holding it down to this day. I think that's very important. I think to the overall fabric of AEW. I think Cody not being in WWE, I think yes, you lose out on a generational babyface, but WWE is going to do just fine. It's WWE. They will be fine. They will find someone else essentially, and that's fine. Like they can find someone else. You're not going to find a Cody Rhodes, but it's WWE. You're going to find someone else. AEW still a very new concept. It's going to be very hard to find yourself. I think it's easier to find someone like a Cody versus someone like a Jon Moxley because that's loyalty. You cannot buy loyalty. Like, that's something that's built. This man was literally working without a contract. Cody's working with a contract. I don't think he'd be doing this shit he's doing without a fucking contract. So, give me Mox. Give me a Mox. I'm keeping Mox.
Jay, what about you, man?
Yeah, I guess I have to be consistent because I did say earlier that wrestling is always better with competition. And I completely understand where Nate's coming from when he is concerned over what AEW would go on to be if Mox isn't there as the centerpiece, as the cornerstone for what they eventually go on to do. Because they had guys there in the beginning in 2019, but they weren't ready to be what Mox was already there to be. And losing Brock's run opens the door for a lot of good to happen because there was a lot of guys on the roster at that time that should have been much more than they were, but they were so suffocated by not only the presence of Roman Reigns, but the Brock Lesnar run. So I think getting rid of Brock Lesnar's run opens the door for a lot of good. And Cody not coming to WWE, obviously, with hindsight, it robs us of the generational babyface run. It robs us of WrestleMania 40. But WWE is still around and is still there, especially if Roman still goes on to do Tribal Chief. WWE is still okay.
Right.
AEW, I'm not so sure. And I love Shayna Baszler, and I think that their fumble of Shayna Baszler in 2019, 2020, especially after the Elimination Chamber, is top 5 fumbles of all time, in my opinion. But this is more about the cost that you're paying versus the actual event itself. And I'm more comfortable with Cody never coming to WWE than I am Mox never showing up in AEW. So for that reason, I would go with Brock.
I hear y'all, man, but I'm literally running through this title reign, WrestleMania 38, Strowman and Kane in a triple threat match, Braun Strowman at No Mercy, and then freaking what's it called? And then y'all remember what's it called? Y'all remember what's it called when he beat Roman Reigns in a steel cage, even though Roman Reigns fell out the cage first?
Yeah. That's why we're erasing it, and Cody's not coming back. Fuck that, bro.
No, I thought it was.
If you erase Brock,
I'm sorry. Okay, I have him confused. Sorry. That's not.
If you erase Shayna Baszler, if you erase the Shayna Baszler fumble, then Mox doesn't go to AEW.
No. Okay, sorry. I had the effects backwards.
My turn.
Next.
Yeah,
I think so.
All right. Which would you rather book? Elite versus Bloodline storyline, but it takes place in 2022, so like peak Bloodline, and relatively, as far as AEW goes, peak Elite, relatively. Right. And then, or NXT 2018 Bullet Club Invasion.
Ooh, NXT Invasion would have been fucking crazy.
Oh my God, Nate! What are you doing?
Bullet Club Invasion 2018 would have been generational shit, bro.
Nate.
That would have been generational.
2018? You
talking
said
2018? Peak Bullet Club, peak NXT.
2018?
We're talking
peak
Kenny,
Bloodline,
Okada,
peak Elite.
Jay White,
bro.
Cody was over there too. Like,
the Bloodline generational.
Okada wasn't in the
Bloodline generational. Elite
use him somehow.
Generational. You mean to tell me I get peak Bullet Club versus Black and Gold NXT? Sign me up for that, bro. Lock that in.
Who did they have in 2018? You got Gargano, you had Ciampa.
Everybody. Adam Cole, Ricochet, Keith Lee, Aleister Black. Oh my God.
Yeah, everybody. And Bullet Club with Kenny, the Bucks.
Depending on when you want to do it, there's so many generational guys that would still be around. And the Bloodline versus the Elite would be cinema. Obviously, the promos would be hilarious. The promos would be, but when it comes to what it all comes down to, and that's in between the ropes, there's so many possibilities and that's coming from a guy who obviously knows a lot less about New Japan than everyone else on the show. But I know enough just on name value alone for 2018 Bullet Club coming into NXT and trying to take it over. That's some next level fantasy booking.
I'm trying to find all the specific members in 2018.
Bro, they had Aleister Black. Are you talking about
no. In Bullet Club, all the specific members in
Young Bucks, Kenny, Gallows and Anderson. I think they might have been in WWE at the time. They already came up. Young Bucks, Kenny. I think Jay White was sprinkled in there a little bit.
Yes.
He was part of it a little bit. Like they kind of mix people around. I think Cody came around a little bit in that time frame too.
Back when Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga were better too.
God, yeah.
Please, oh my God, bro.
All right. Who's that was Nate's right. So this is G. It's your turn.
Okay, so this one a little less serious or whatever. Okay. Who would y'all rather have to do your best not to break character against? A little bit of thing we've had earlier a couple months ago on the show. Would y'all rather try to not break that character in a promo with Santino? Or would y'all rather try to not break character in a promo with R-Truth?
I'm not gonna lie.
Like, you gotta stand there, stone cold face, and not break character. Who would you rather attempt that against? Basically,
I would attempt
which
it
one
against,
is easier?
I would attempt it against R-Truth, bro. Because Santino, as soon as he mispronounced my name, it's over, bro. It's a wrap.
The
John Cena and shit, the Manimal, bro. He used to give me weak.
Putting fanboy aside, like if he mispronounced my name, like I would just fanboy in the spot. But putting that to the side, like just like breaking from laughter, I think it's going to be harder for Truth because standing next to Truth, like watching Santino, I think is more fun. But standing next to Truth, he's just goofy. If I look at Santino, like R-Truth is it's like your friend. You look at him, you just fucking laugh. Like everybody
in the middle of class, your teacher crashing out. You look at R-Truth.
You just look at him, you just laugh, bro. Like, bro, you just like he didn't even do nothing. He's just standing there and like you just laugh. Like I would just break on the spot if R-Truth just start talking. Like I'm like he just got that goofy face, you know. Like he's just so his humor is so associated with him that like everything he does, like you just laugh. So I'm choosing Santino.
Yeah, even though Santino does have a longer history of character breaks in the ring, but me personally, I'm with Nate. Sometimes R-Truth's music hits and he walks out, and I am already laughing, just because he looks so oblivious when he's walking to the ring. So I would lose with R-Truth. Santino would have to say something for me to laugh, but R-Truth, I'm done as soon as he steps through the curtain because I can't look at the man without
that. Y'all remember that time frame for R-Truth where he was just always thinking he was in the match that he wasn't supposed to be in?
Yeah,
like they was getting ready for Money in the Bank. He's like, "I'll tell y'all what the truth gonna do at Money in the Bank." We're not even in the match.
I'm not.
My bad, y'all. My bad.
That's
my bad.
Bro. Went to the Royal Rumble.
Jay, what you
when he brought the ladder, oh my god, the hot tag. He just did it recently. The hot tag,
bro, and people were actually counting the fucking. Bro, it's crazy.
My favorite one is the 2020 Royal Rumble when he goes out there with Brock and he's like, "And if I have to, I will pick your big ass up and throw you over the ropes." Paul Heyman. Brock loses it. Oh my god. Okay. So this will be my last one because one of them was just really similar to ones that G and Nate did, so I'm just gonna throw it out. So this will be my last one. You have the opportunity to basically go back and how do I want to phrase this one? It's kind of hard to phrase. Sorry, I made dinner. Let me put it to you like this. You're starting a company and you have the opportunity, you have the choice between two guys to start your company with. And not only do you pick one guy, but the other guy is determined then, okay, you didn't pick this guy, so now he needs to go back to NXT for a while. Obafemi or Trick Williams? Who are you picking to start your company going forward?
But the other person has to go back to NXT for a while?
The other person has to go back to NXT for a while, yeah.
Give me Oba, bro.
Yeah, Oba easy because Trick Williams, I love him. You can work on your in-ring skills a little bit. You can go back to NXT.
You talking about like starting like I'm putting the centerpiece around him right now, and he's gonna be Oba. He got everything. He got everything.
Yeah, I mean if you're throwing in the NXT thing, yeah, I mean Trick. Like putting his popularity aside, I think like G said, he could definitely use a couple months in NXT. Like
just to get his in-ring. Just to get better.
It could get better. So it's
because Oba gives me not as good, obviously, but Keith Lee vibes in the ring.
Like, I think his in-ring work is like he doesn't need to do a lot. That's the thing,
right? But that's what I'm saying. Keith Lee didn't either. But because Keith Lee was such an athlete, all that extra stuff like tope suicidas and all that extra stuff was spectacle. But Keith Lee at his base, if you took off him doing backflips, he was just really, really good. You didn't need Trick was like, I think Trick right now is very like dependent on whether or not the crowd cares. Because like once people were really off Sammy for real, like truly, they didn't really care about the match. They just cared who won. So it's like the match suffers. Eventually, I'm assuming when we get a Trick and Mello like real match, the crowd will care about that a little more. I'm expecting that match to be better.
Yeah.
So
that's a good one, man. That's a good one. I mean, you could either answer is like, I guess, okay, but I just feel Oba just has more of the it factor than Trick right now. And that's just how I kind of feel. Trick could have some things that he could offer for the future, but looking at hypothetically, I just think Oba he just has it, bro. I don't know how to explain it. Like some people just have it. I think he's just one of those guys that just has it. Like you just look at it and he's just you see a superstar. You know, I don't know how many people you've all ever looked at for the first time in wrestling and it was like, yep, that person has it. He's one of them for me.
Yeah, I think the thing that they both have in common, and the reason why I came up with this question is JBL used to say that thing about Randy Orton about you build a wrestler from the ground up, you get Randy Orton. I think you could conceivably say the same thing about both Oba and Trick. How they're built, their stage presence, their ability to make people care about their promos. In ring, I think it's kind of a wash because obviously Oba's presentation is better just because of his size. But I think both of them have things they can do better in the ring. But it's super interesting to me. I'd love to have them both, but yeah, I was just wondering in a scenario where you could only have one. And you're probably right. All of you are probably right. I'd probably, gun to my head, pick Oba, but I just wanted to give props to both of them, really.
No, you facts. All right. This might be the last one we do before we head out. So this one right here, would you rather have the freedom to book WWE the way you want for a whole year? And if you succeed at your booking, then you get a full-time live contract booking the show with your own creative team. You get to pick the people you want on your own creative team the way you want. But if you fail, then we have to relive 2019 all over again. Or would you rather just take being in a WWE video game for life? Now, mind you, they get paid to be in that game every year. So as a free check every year, you get to be in the game. You just in the game for life.
So am I working with or without a contract when I'm working with WWE? Like before I do like no, in that year span.
When you get the year, you get a contract, but you only guarantee just 1 year. If you succeed at it, then you get a full-time, lifetime contract, and you get the creative freedom to have your own creative team the way you want. But if you fail at giving us a good product for a year, then we go back to 2019 WWE.
Okay, so you're basically obviously we're looking at majority fan opinion, right?
Yeah, it's gonna factor in like rating, success, like things
like the typical stuff. Okay,
or like I said, you could just be in the WWE video game for life, and you get that check for life.
Well, see, here's the thing.
Whether you play the game or not, you in that bitch.
And so here's the thing. I feel you on that. Hey, it's a free check, but I promise you, booking this company ain't that hard. I promise you, booking this company ain't that hard. Please give me start. I don't care how. Matter of fact, you can start me right after the worst WrestleMania in the modern era, 34. You can start me there. I don't care where you want to start me from, bro. That show top to bottom, I just went back and looked at it. That show top to bottom got to be one of the worst. If it's not 41, geez, it's 34 or 41. Nevertheless, you start me at any one of the Manias. So my first show is Raw after Mania. Please, easy money. I can give you quality shows for a year. Please. Yeah. Please, I can give you quality shows for a year. And then I get to pick whoever I want.
If you succeed,
Undertaker, come here. Shawn Michaels, come here. Get your teams. Shawn Michaels, take care of the women's division. Undertaker, take care of the mid-card. We're good. That's all we need. Please.
I'm equally confident. I think if I had the right people around me that I could book a show that people would watch. But I got a kid to put through college, so put me in that game.
He's smart as fuck. He's smart as fuck. Yeah. I'm assuming we get in that year, like we can. You said we can book how we want, so we're not answering to Ari Emanuel, or do we have to answer to him, or
it factors into it? Yeah.
Oh hell no! Give me that video game. Fuck
okay, but here's the thing though. Here's the thing. Nate, I feel you on that. Here's the thing though. Answering the Ari Emanuel, okay, I might get a little bit of a blunder main event wise. But as you said, Nate, he don't give a fuck about that mid card, that women's division, or that tag team division. I can make
That's
that.
true.
I can.
That's very true.
I
That's actually
guarantee
very
y'all.
true.
I guarantee y'all. If the only thing we had an issue with right now was the main event because TKO was getting in there, but Triple H is still doing good with every other part, I promise you, nobody would have that much of an issue. We would understand. Okay, cool. You got somebody to answer to. Not as bad as Vince, but we know how that went, right? But hey, women's division is good. Tag division is competent. Mid card is doing pretty well, and the main event is good. Other when they make stupid decisions, because Cody and Randy was cooking till they added Pat McAfee and Jelly Roll.
I guess the way you got to answer, Nate, is this: it's still gonna be a job in the day. You're a boss, so you don't know the anomaly. Like you don't know how many of your creatives who don't get shut down. Like that's part of the job, right? You don't.
Know, that's the thing. I'm like. Because I got ideas, but I'm like, is he going to give a fuck? He's going to be like, nah, that's not going to make us money. You know what I mean? Like,
but you're the head, like, you're Triple A, like, you're at the top.
Well, yeah, well, I've said it before that Raw and SmackDown should be different shows, but I'm like, would they want that? Because at the end of the day, they might see that as that's going to cost us money. That's going to cost us viewership. So.
A lot of free check for WWE game, bro. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I might just take that free check, bro. Especially if it's a good check, bro. If I'm getting like 5 figures from that, like I'm good. Like for every year,
it would just depend on how good the game sells. Honestly, I think that's how it factors, but I could be wrong.
Yes.
I do want to ask y'all just one more thing. We don't have to like stay on it. I really wanted to hear y'all's thoughts on this. It's still a would you rather, but I just want to know in this situation, Oba Femi does not exist because I know everybody is preferring Oba right now. So in this situation, Oba Femi does not exist. Would y'all rather Gunther retire Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam like it was supposed to, or would y'all rather Braun Breaker in obviously a year's time be the one that beats Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania for the undisputed title?
So we have to choose one. The other one doesn't happen.
Yeah,
I would go. I gotta think for the future too. I gotta go Braun because we already saw Gunther retire 3 niggas and he's still kind of
but in this case, they'd actually be
Yeah, I mean, even if he retires Brock, I mean, I'm not sure like what creative would have for him afterwards. I still
be wrong, in my opinion.
I mean, shit, y'all thought he was going to win the Rumble this year too. I thought that was clear cut, and I was like,
"How did you retire John Cena? Who else?" Like I thought that was obvious.
I said he wasn't though. I was like, I don't think that's happening. Like, I feel like Braun Breaker is like, I feel Braun Breaker is somebody that I look at other than Oba that I'm like, there's no way he's not a part of the future in a high regard. So
the only concern I have is that Braun's got to stay healthy because right now that whole group is cursed. Yeah. That whole vision group is cursed.
Look,
and now there's more footage, and I don't know if this was a work or a shoot, but I saw that there was footage where he was hobbling around in the airport again. Did we ever get confirmation if that was a work or a shoot?
He just had a match last week.
Did it?
No, but it was after that match.
It was after that match.
That came out before.
I thought it was after the match because
that came out after Raw. That came out after Raw. That was his match against Seth Rollins. That came out after the match against Rollins. And I mean,
okay, well, I still I'm queasy. I'm uneasy because where there's smoke, there's fire. So and obviously he already missed all that time. And again, the group is just cursed. Danhausen's all over that for some reason. I think he's cursing Vision in private. It's not on TV. I think he's cursing him in private.
That's what that IR merchant gets for doing the rules of the same.
No top in retiring Cena.
Dude, by the way, shout out to Cleveland sports for being a prominent character in the Miz Danhausen curse storyline. Because that stuff is hilarious.
Yeah, well, let me ask you this, because somebody said there's no bigger retiring Cena. What if Gunther retires Brock by submission? Do you think does that hold more weight?
That
by submission?
Brock taps out. Like
it won't. Oh, but it's Brock Lesnar.
I think it holds. I will say.
Cena was
Lesnar tap out.
Cena was Mr. Never Give Up, but like Brock Lesnar. When's the last time Brock Lesnar also tapped out?
If I think the visual of Brock tapping out would be probably bigger, but if he didn't fucking pull the shit at WrestleMania, I think it will mean more. I think that visual will mean more, but then once he puts his boots in the ring, it's like, okay, we've seen this before. Like, cool. Like,
well, that's why in the scenario I said Oba Femi wasn't here, so that doesn't happen.
Like, say the Brock match is a career match. Like, his career's on the line. Like,
I mean,
Well-
I think it'll probably mean as much. I don't think it'll mean more.
Well,
because
in
I
my
think
in my scenario that I mentioned, like Obafemi didn't exist, so that doesn't happen in my opinion.
yeah.
Like
Well,
he's
so
not
if-
leaving his boots in the ring
If
and
this
then coming back
helps,
later.
Google says that not only the last time, but the only time Brock Lesnar experienced a submission loss was against Kurt Angle at SummerSlam 2003.
That's the only time he tapped out in his whole career.
Damn.
He's passed out. He's passed out since then,
Yeah.
but he has not tapped out since then.
So that'll probably.
I want to know when he's tapped out in
One
a real
submission
fight.
is
When's the last time Brock Lesnar tapped out in a real fight?
Cain Velasquez, I think.
Like
Cain
UFC. I want
Velasquez
to know when he
no.
tapped out in UFC.
I don't think he ever did. Oh no! Oh, sorry. His first Frank Mir was his first fight. Frank Mir was the first fight that he tapped out in.
Oh, that's the only. So his first fight, that's it. Yeah.
And after that, he destroyed Frank Mir too.
Yeah, destroyed him. Yeah, no.
That's an interesting scenario. What is it? Y'all want to just read what y'all last ones were, just to read them, if you want.
That was my last one, so I'm good.
Yeah, you got to answer. Just to read them.
My last one, again, it was too similar to stuff we had already talked about. My last one was, which would you rebook, keeping in mind how it would affect the future, SummerSlam 2010 or the Summer of Punk?
I probably would have done definitely Summer Punk. All right, y'all know my opinion on Nexus.
Oh, yeah, he tapped out the Benoit too. Somebody said he tapped out the Benoit. He did tap out the Chris Benoit. I remember that.
Yeah.
So
Then you have a
Lesnar
few with Hardcore Holly. Then they was scared of Hardcore Holly for a little bit.
he broke his neck, bro. That's why. Real legit.
That shit was, he legit broke his neck. I remember that. That shit was crazy. Damn.
What was your last one, Nate?
That was the one I said was my.
Oh, that was okay. That was your last one. All right.
Yeah.
Well, before we head off here, the last thing I want to ask you guys, just to catch up with certain things. Who is somebody right now that you're watching that you're really impressed with? Somebody just like they're on the screen, you're watching, like you're just impressed with what they've been doing lately. It could be any promotion.
I mean, I think the obvious shout is Grande Americano, the new one, right? I mean, he took a gimmick that was offensive to Mexicans and got the entire nation.
It wasn't. It was offensive to white people. It was offensive. To white people.
Okay, but I'll just say borderline. At worst, it was offensive, and at best, it was absolutely stupid. In my opinion. But he took it when Gable left and turned the entire country of Mexico into his corner. Like I don't know if I've ever seen someone get an entire nation behind them. So obviously him. There's guys that impress me every time they get in the ring, like Javon Evans, but he's not really doing anything right now. And then obviously the big ones, Brock and Trick, and but yeah, definitely shout out to Ludwig Kaiser, Marcel Bartel, whatever you want to call him,
allegedly,
for what he did. What he's just shut up. But what he's doing with this gimmick in Mexico is, and by the way, shout out to Ray Phoenix for finally getting to do something.
Yeah.
I mean, he won a title and he had a promo on SmackDown. That's more than he's done for the past 6 months on WWE.
Yeah.
Wait, he did what?
He's the mid card on AAA mid-card champion.
Oh! I thought you meant like he won the U.S. title. I was like, what?
No.
What you mean?
I will.
And by the way, hold on, one more. This might be surprising. Little Yachty, I've loved everything. I mean, I've been okay at worst, and I've loved at best the stuff that Little Yachty's been doing since he showed up as Trick's hype man. So yeah, shout out Little Yachty.
Yeah, that might be maybe
the gingerbread stuff I hated, but
I just think he wasn't needed. I think Trick doesn't need him out.
Right, but here let me just explain real quick. So primarily just how he has thrown himself into it and just been willing to just go out there and no hesitation, right?
Yeah.
He just goes out there and he does it. So I've been
that's fair. That's fair. That I'll give him credit for.
I'll shout out, but who I've always shout out, Kendall Gray, the future of the women's division, just an incredible talent. If you haven't seen her stuff, go watch her stuff from Evolve, her stuff in NXT. She's absolutely insanely talented. Also, Tristan Angels from Evolve and NXT. He's very good. He's a very good heel. His mic work is great. He's only 22 years old, and he's already developing into what I believe is going to be one of the best heels on the NXT roster, probably the best heel. He's very good. And from AEW, I want to shout out Leo Rush. That gimmick is really good, and the way he's developing it, there's people who don't understand it, people who don't respect it, but he is putting in the work, and he is doing some really good stuff with that gimmick, and it's getting over with the live crowd a lot, and they're putting him on Dynamite more and more. So I'm loving what he's doing.
And he's getting himself out there on social media, because for a guy like me who I don't always go looking for AEW stuff on Twitter, for example, but it seems like every time I'm scrolling Twitter or TikTok, I come across Leo Rush's freaky little eyes just staring back at me. So if you're doing a good enough job that your stuff is organically getting in front of people like me who don't go looking for that stuff, that you're probably doing something right.
Mm-hmm. Who do you want to throw out there?
I want to give a shout out to WWE's creative for how much they consistently seem to keep ruining people's momentum. It's so much so to the point, I kid y'all not, I have not watched any wrestling for that matter in 2 weeks. Damn. I just know what's happened, and that has never happened with me. Now, granted, am I going to catch up on it? Yeah, because I have to. I do a podcast for a living, so like I have to.
That's 2 weeks longer than me, bro. I don't think I've ever gone a week without watching some type of wrestling. That's
I have. Well, if I'm being for real, part of it was because I just didn't have the time. I haven't.
Yeah,
but when I have had the time, I literally sat there and I was like, I don't feel like catching up on Raw. I don't want to know what happened. You know what? I'm sorry. I watched one thing and one thing only.
Mask versus Mask.
Yeah, Mask versus Mask. After that pay-per-view, I was really like, just what are we doing? Like I didn't really care for it. I just felt like we're just there. But I rewatched Mask versus Mask the second time because I watched it live when it like actually happened. Yeah. And it was like, yeah, I'm not gonna see this again. So let's.
And I did have one other small shout out, and it really just is specifically about a booking decision from this last week. The ending of Dom's qualifying match, the way that he won that match with Liv. If you are going to book Dom and Liv as a couple on WWE, that's how they need to be booked, because that so reminded me of like Macho Man and Elizabeth, or Edge and Lita, or the most successful male-female pairings. The female wasn't just an idle bystander in the guy's career, and vice versa, by the way.
Right.
So I love how that match ended based on how they are trying to portray Dom and Liv on TV.
Is he because I didn't know he won, so is he the one that's going to face Obafemi next week?
Yeah, that's how they set it up.
He might.
He ain't gonna win next week. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying.
No. I'm not saying that. I know he's not gonna win next week. Right. I just because that means
Brock might.
Bro. Yo, day. Before we get off of this train, because me and Malik and Lynn had a conversation about, well, what are we supposed to do with Oba now? We know we got to run this back, but if you put Oba in King of the Ring, I'm not going to believe anybody's beating him unless it's Braun Breaker, and they're not going to do that soon.
Dude, holy
I
crap.
Swear,
Brock Lesnar is about to F5 both of them and throw Dom on top. Oh, my God, that's totally going to happen.
Bro, I swear.
I think Oba will lose by like count out or something.
Bro, I swear. If Dominic Mysterio has a pinfall victory over Obafemi.
Oh, he will.
I'm all elite.
He will. Brock's going to cost that boy.
I don't think he's winning by pinfall. I think he'll win by like.
I'm not gonna lie. It took 7 F5s for Brock Lesnar to beat Dominic Mysterio.
He'll probably get. It's gonna be shenanigans galore. Brock's probably gonna like F5 him through a table or on the concrete.
Bro.
And he's not
but what? Nah, bro. Why? There's no need for that. Just don't put him in King of the Ring.
He has to at this point. He's not winning, so he has to.
Why would you, bro? But why would you put him in King of the Ring? You don't need to do this. You don't need to do this. You don't have to put him in King of the Ring. I promise. He could have been just so mad that he calls out Brock Lesnar every week and destroys the ring or destroys whoever's in his path until Brock Lesnar answers.
You know what I've already said it. I put it on one of our videos. WWE loves to make 2 + 2 an algebraic equation. I don't understand why they're doing what they're doing. I feel like a one-off is fine, but
Yeah.
they're doing the trilogy, and whether
Who's
it
on
ends
the
at-
other side? Who's on the other side?
I
Seth
don't even
Rollins,
know.
bro. You know he's winning. I told you, Seth and Roman. That's
Oh, Seth won his qualifier.
He has his tomorrow. So
And then what's the other match? It's the LA Knight, Jey Uso,
yeah.
Finn Balor, and somebody else. Oh,
Yeah.
my God, bro.
I mean, Seth and Roman's.
I mean, the
cool.
finals it might be Oba versus Seth for all we know.
But I don't want to. Honestly, I'm gonna just be blunt. I don't want to see Seth versus Dom in the finals, bro. I'm sorry, I don't. Like, you could give me better quality than that. Like, if
It
like,
might
just,
be-
at
it
least
might
make
be
it
Oba
believable.
versus-
There's no way I'm not going to believe Dominic Mysterio has a blue chance in hell of winning that fight.
I mean, it'll probably be shenanigans galore for the next 2 rounds, and then Seth will be the one to outsmart Dom. That's probably the story they're trying to tell. It's whatever. It's whatever.
I still think it's
Come on,
Oba
bro.
versus
That's
Seth
not
in the finals. That's what I think it is. Now
It's Seth and who?
I still think it's
Oba.
Seth and Oba in the finals. That's what I think it is.
And now you're
Brock.
gonna get. Oh my
And then
God.
Brock will fly pride.
Now that. Oh my God.
I mean, that probably,
bro.
honestly, that's probably.
It's just the bigger
something
match
to
for the
make-
show.
Okay,
It's
does
a bigger
that?
match, and it'll probably make Oba more pissed.
I
Brock.
probably would have cared for that a little bit more if Seth was still a heel, because I can buy that as a heel. But like Seth, you're supposed to be an ultimate babyface. You literally sent Oba to go after Brock Lesnar. That's literally the way they portrayed it on screen.
Seth's an opportunity. Seth's an opportunist. I don't think he can.
Bro, the way they portrayed it on screen. See, look, now I'm getting pissed off again because the way they portrayed it on screen, bro. Brock Lesnar came out to go after you, Seth, and you was like, ha ha, Oba Femi. You brought Oba Femi to the picture. Why are you now benefiting off of a Brock Lesnar?
Yeah, why would he not though? He's in the finals
Because
of
he's
the
an
King of the Ring.
opportunist. That's
Yeah.
why he got Oba.
It's
He's
about
an
getting the world title match,
Why wouldn't Braun Breaker cost Seth Rollins the match?
and that could happen too. But unfortunately,
That makes logically 1,000 times more sense.
I don't know.
they could do that. I mean, they could have did that, but
Bro, this is why. Oh
they
my
got
God.
the
You
Oba and
shouldn't
Lesnar
have.
shit.
Look, you shouldn't be doing the trilogy in the first place. But if you are going to do it, you shouldn't have put him in King of the Ring, bro. You shouldn't have put him in King of the Ring. Because you're going to have him lose on some bullshit and nobody else in there. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck about that IR merchant. Unless it's Braun Breaker, nobody should be pinning Oba Femi. I'm sorry. And Braun Breaker, even then, still needs some build up. But I'll believe Braun Breaker beating Oba Femi. He got the intensity to match it. Seth Rollins, that wimble ass. Nah, bro. I'm not trying to hear none of that, bro. I'm not.
Hey, what about DQ? DQ. And they actually might not have Oba in the finals because of that. Because Seth he'll win the match by pinfall in the finals. So
I'm about to say a DQ finish in the finals, bro. Get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah, it'll probably be Seth versus Dom. Now that I think about it, just because
That's crazy.
A
It's
DQ
just
finish
crazy.
in the finals, I might move.
So tomorrow I could see some shit where some shenanigans happen or something like that. So I could definitely see
Is it
that.
still starting early or are they back in America?
No, they're still in Europe.
That would piss me off, bro. I'm not gonna lie. If Seth Rollins gets a win over Oba Femi, that would piss me off.
I mean, yeah, Seth's winning. He winning King of the Ring anyway. So no matter who we face in the finals, he there. So it's gonna be him and Roman. That's the match. Unless they do give Oba and Roman, but I don't know where that leaves the whole shit with Brock. That just kind of leaves it up in the air. So
Yeah, sure.
This is why Oba shouldn't have been in there, bro. This is why Oba, because now you book yourself into a fucking corner.
unless you do
Either-
WWE
either
logic, where
Oba-
like Oba wins the title, and then Brock and Roman, Oba Brock 3 for the world title. You know, WWE logic. So that'd be some WWE shit they do. Money in the Bank, Oba and Brock for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Ugh, that's ugly.
Yeah, that's you know, in
Yeah,
WWE terms, it makes the match quote unquote bigger. You know, so
No, yeah, bro, this is stupid. You booked yourself into a corner. You shouldn't.
The-
He shouldn't have been in the King of the Ring. Like
Ja-
you know, you're
James-
doing this trilogy.
James is asking what the IR merchant is.
What is an IR merchant? Seth Rollins. That's what he is. He's an IR merchant. He is a merchant of the IR. Anytime he is the top dog in the company or he's the top champion, that nigga eventually finds himself on IR, injured reserve. If
Yeah,
you do
someone
not
said
watch
Anthony
sports.
Davis. Someone said
Anthony Davis. Who else is it? What's an NFL IR merchant? I can't think of one off the top of my head right now. But basically, you know good and well, anytime he's the top dog, he's gonna find himself on IR.
unfortunately, you know, so. All right, y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe to the pod. We'll be back again next week for more No Name Wrestling, man. Appreciate y'all for coming through weekly as always. Subscribe to the YouTube